Peace. Welcome to the show. How's it going? Hi, Terry. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Marlene Perez, Jenny Young, Kari, Beulah James, Despina Licomitro, Kari against you, Teresa McGuire in the house, David Allen Green, aka Lori. How's it going? Audrey Jane is with us as well. Brown Bunny, Marina. How's it going? Oh, yeah, you've seen. Yeah, Larissa. Hi, Larissa. Miss Mannerlich, Lieschen Müller. Hello, everybody. And everybody else who is joining. Brown Bunny, thank you so much. Bellissimo. Hi, Amethyst J. Rich Kidding, how's it going? Peace. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Period. Oh, hi, Brenda. Hi. Hi, everybody. Hey, Monsieur Manuel, bonjour à tout le monde. Actually, good morning to Europe because, well, no. Wait, what's the time? So it's 9. Oh, no, wait. It's it's noon. Okay, good afternoon. Good afternoon to Europe. I want to say good morning to the East Coast, US. Good night to the West Coast because, like, what we'll go. So I guess good afternoon to Europe. Yeah. Right? Yeah, it's noon. Okay, so I guess some people are going to have lunch now. Maybe. So many people. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. So many people. I can't even catch up with the chats. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Let me take a sip of my coffee. We have one heck of a show for you today. Like a little ghost? I know, Brown Bunny. LA Night Owls in the house, honey. Listen, I cannot sleep at night. Here's the thing. And I've been saying this to my mom a gazillion times already. I have the feeling that some people have different biological clocks. Hear me out. I've realized several years ago that I don't function on a 24-hour basis. Like my biology kind of, it feels like my clock is 32 hours. Like my day is 32 hours long, not 24. Does that make any sense? Like that's how my body perceives time. So sometimes that kind of shifts my biorhythm and sleeping patterns. So I will have times when I go to bed at 8 p.m. and I wake up at 5 a.m., you know what I mean? Like or whatever. But then there are those times when I go to bed at noon and I wake up at 2 a.m. Or, you know what I mean? it keeps shifting. And Brown Bunny, you're totally right. Nights are for the creatives. So I am in that mode right now where I wake up like super late and then I'm awake all night and then I'm awake throughout the day and then I go to sleep again like in the afternoon. Tip your host if you like what you see. Thank you so much. Thank you, my love. Ooh, the coffee.
Teresa McGuire tipped $20.
Thank you so much, Terry. Let me add you to the fan. Terry, boo, 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 Terry. Terry has been a little bit under the weather, so we're sending a lot of healing love and healing vibes. Thank you so much, Terry. This is a little like speedy Terry, like flying quick through the storm. Isn't that cute? Oh, Kenny, thank you so much from Kenny as well.
Teresa McGuire tipped $10. From Kenny.
Thank you, Kenny. Thank you so much, Kenny. Oh, man. Thanks for the love and support, people. We got Kenny in the house and Terry in the house. Oh, so nice. It's so hot. We're still having heat waves, you guys. There's like weird like fires starting again. I mean, it's all a big mess. Also, remember the last live stream we were talking about the plague coming back to California? Well, now flesh-eating worms are apparently back as well. Well, la-di-da. Who knew? Who knew that would be our problem? You know what I mean? Look, I'm really glad that in this week, the only problem we had so far were flesh-eating worms and nothing else. Because honestly, I think like we can handle the flesh-eating worms because I'm like, out of all the stuff that has happened in 2025, I have the feeling like the flesh-eating worms are like, yeah, we can handle that. I mean, we handled the plague last stream. We can handle the flesh-eating worms. Isn't that fascinating, though? Debbie says, oh, love the living room colors today. Oh, thanks, you guys. Yeah, it's really nice. Little abstract paintings. We were thinking about Aish when making those. She loves to paint. And then we got a little bit of pastels. Look at that. This little thing here as well. And what was it? Oh, California in the house. Hi, Andy. How's it going? Cali in the house, baby. Don't you know it? Yeah, so I'm dressed a little bit darker, foreboding, because it's in the middle of the night, and a vampire does that. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot, you guys, because I'm all over the place with my sleeping pattern. It's somebody's birthday today, and I want to say happy birthday, Beulah. Beulah James, everybody. Happy birthday, Beulah. Hit it, Bubbles.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, I'm living Ferret. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Beulah. Here's to another gazillion years. You're welcome, sweetie. Thank you, Beulah. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Look, you're 21 only once. You better enjoy it. You better live it. Live it. Speaking of birthdays and happy times, boy, oh boy, have we got a happy live stream today. There's a lot of topics to cover. And there's gossip. There's drama. There's all the fun stuff that you love. And I know you do. So there's going to be a little bit of in just like that. We haven't heard anything about Lindsay Lohan ever since the movie came out, Freakier Friday, so I'm having a kind of an idea about what we could do with Lindsay. Actually, I think Lindsay knows what she can do with us. This is like, And then we're going to also talk about the Gilded Age. We're going to talk about fashion. We're going to talk about style. A little bit of surprises down the road. Stay tuned for a little tat throughout the show. Shout out to the Virgo Queens. Oh, yeah. It is Virgo time, by the way. Beulah James. Virgo in the house. Wait, so how many Virgos are in the house? We just flipped, right? From Leo to Virgo. Yeah, I don't know for what reason I was thinking we're still in the Leo phase. Because I was just like thinking, oh, Madonna just had her birthday. Coco Chanel just had her birthday. My aunt just had her birthday. Like, they're all Leos, and they're all, I want to say first half. Well, no, Madonna's on the 16th, so she's already second half of August. And then Coco is on the 19th, so she's like late August. But that, yeah, cusp season. Yeah, there you have it. Because it's like you're almost Leo, but it's like Leo is over and now we're just entering Virgo. So I want to say, when was the first day of Virgo? 3 days ago, I think. Was it 4 days ago? I never remember if it's the 21st or the 22nd. I think it's the 22nd. 22nd of August might be the first day of Virgo. Maybe it's the 21st. Oh, 21st. There you go. So the 21st of... Oh, you don't know? Okay, so right around the 21st or the 22nd of August is the first day of Virgo. We'll go. Hi, Rosanna Navarro. Oh, Rosanna's like, no, it's the 23rd. You have no clue. We have no clue. Look, as a vampire, I don't really care because after 237 years, I'm thinking to myself, what's another day? You know what I mean? Actually, at a certain point, I think to myself, what's another year? Nothing. Oh, Kari, happy birthday. Kari's firstborn became 12 today. Oh my God, Kari, happy birthday. Hi, Rasha Kishki. Happy birthday, Kari's kid. Firstborn.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, I'm living Ferret. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Kari's kiddo. Debbie's like, congratulations, Jari, Suri. There you go. It's the dentures slipping. Typos are us, babes. Hi, Dushan, how's it going? Greetings to you too. Rosanna says, my niece is on the 23rd and she gets to Leo, then a Virgo sometimes. But the 23rd is the first day of Virgo, right? So she's okay, so she's like really cusp, but like technically do they call her a Virgo? I guess. Like she's a Virgo, right? I mean, I don't know how that works because technically, depending which part of the world you're in, it might already be the 23rd, but like you're also born, if you calculate the same time in another part of the world as like it's like the 22nd. Can you believe that there's still people out there that believe that the world has the same time all around it? Yeah, I've encountered one of them. They actually did believe, they do believe that it's like when it's midnight in LA, it's also midnight in Paris at the same time. And I was like, oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, there are people like that today still. Can you believe? And they somehow managed to figure out how to use the internet. I'm like, how did you figure out to use the internet and a computer, but you don't know that time is different depending on which part of the world you're in? Like, how does that work? I don't know. Anyway, Dushan, thank you so much for sending a membership. And Rosha Kishki just received a membership from Dushan. Thank you so much. Pew. Can we get the pew? Oh, wait, it's not working? Hold on, guys. We're trying to get the confetti to work. Oh, Rosanna says, missed you guys last week. Good evening from here. Hi, sweetie. Good evening to you there. Yeah, okay. So Dushan gifted one membership to Rosha Kishki. There you go. We did it. Yeah. Thank you so much. Rosha, start using your emojis now. Start doing it now. You were busy, Rosanna, last week, weren't you, doing stuff? Look, I got one heck of a show for you today. So we have, let me begath, one doth begatheth. So let's see. Ooh. I am going to say breaking news. Lindsay Lohan shows us where it's at, ladies and gentlemen. Lindsay Lohan has been reported to have claimed underneath an Instagram post by none other than Diet Praday. Lindsay Lohan posted, and I'm paraphrasing here, oh hell no. $160 for Louis Vuitton Lippy? No. Too expensive. Way too expensive. Now, everything I say in this live stream is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. Lindsay Lohan herself. Now, I wonder what happens here. Does she say this is too expensive because, like, she asked for a freebie PR package and they said no and she's upset now? Or is she just authentically, she couldn't care less and she's like, yeah, $160 for Lippy? No, either way, I am thrilled that a popular famous person who is also currently starring in Freakier Fridays together with Jamie Lee Curtis is openly stating, you know what? No, to me, this is too expensive. Usually, what happens, you guys, hi Lois, usually what happens is people, stars, famous people, actresses and stuff and such, they do not criticize these brands. Why? It's simple, because they don't want to burn bridges, you know, they just want to keep any door open just in case these brands want to reach out to them, pay them for some brand deal, ambassadorship, what have you. So, you know, they're gonna stay silent about stuff like this, which I find really awful. I think they should speak up. And I'm really glad, for whatever reason, Lindsay Lohan decided to do it. She spoke up, spoke out, and she said it. You know, she's like, nope, $160 for a freaking Lippy ain't gonna happen. So I'm like, yay, Lindsay, she's my girl. So I'm really, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Brown Bunny's like, Lohan spilled. Why lie? LOL. No, it's a total freaking mess. And I think it's awesome that she did that. Also because, I mean, you guys, $160 for the Lippy, $250 for the eyeshadow quad? I mean, yeah, okay, they're refillable, but like, okay, so you want to buy the refill of the Lippy, it's going to cost you $69? I'm like, no, I'm sorry. There's just no way on earth that this thing is worth that much money. One of my awesome subscribers pointed out in my video, by the way, check out my video review of these things. And I pinned that comment to the top of that video because I thought that was so clever. She said, but because I compared the price also to Chanel's like glass 31 Rue Cambon lipsticks. And I thought to myself, yeah, those are like similar price range to this. But Chanel also has like $40, $30 lipsticks. I think $40, $35 lipsticks. And she pointed out, and I pinned that comment to the top, she said, but you know, the difference here between Louis' lipstick and Chanel's lipsticks is that Chanel does have an entry-level price tag lipstick for $40, $50. Chanel's glass lipstick is the high end. It's like the highest end lipstick you can buy at Chanel for $180. Also refillable, but not at Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton doesn't offer you an entry-level $40, $50 Lippy. This is the entry level for Louis Vuitton lipstick. That's the huge difference that everybody's review I have seen so far has missed, even my review. But my subby pointed it out, and it makes total sense. And it's so true. Everybody missed this point. Everybody missed the point that, yeah, we can compare the Louis Vuitton Lippy price category to a lot of really expensive high-end, high-tier, high-level lipstick prices within the luxury brands, with the huge difference that those luxury brands, including Dior and Chanel, they do have entry-level priced lipsticks for $40, $50. What did I say? It was $150, $160 is the entry-level price for Louis Vuitton. That's the insanity. That's the insanity. Debbie says, I would love to see those rot on the shelves. Andrea says, but the same thing goes for perfumes. Chanel has a range. Louis Vuitton has just the expensive ones, and they are very, very expensive ones. And Andre, you are completely right. And I think this has to do with the fact that Louis Vuitton has always had, well, for the most part, almost always had only exclusive sale of their products within their own stores. Chanel has also authorized, licensed retailers, so department stores can have a stand and sell Chanel perfumes. It's not the case for Louis Vuitton. Maybe in the future they will expand and they're going to start opening up little cosmetic, makeup, skincare stands outside of Louis Vuitton shops. And in that case, things get different with distribution. But for now, Louis Vuitton only has perfumes distributed within its own shops. And this is why I think they're only sticking to their exclusives and why the prices are also so high. But Andre, I completely agree with you. And it's a total mess. Because not only are theirs really expensive, they also made them even more expensive by introducing the extrait versions. And I'm like, you already have them at like $400, $500. Now you're introducing the $600, $700 version as well. I'm like, okay, whatever, girl. We're done here. You know what I mean? Brenda, and the huge difference that Chanel, yeah, exactly, has been making makeup since the 20s. That's over 100 years ago. While Louis Vuitton is like, oh, girl, let's jump in on it now. It's like, you're 100 years late. But yeah. Hi, Nectarine, man. How's it going? The other difference is that entering the market at these crazy prices when all the other brands have heritage and experience seems arrogant. Oh, extremely arrogant. Hi, Cecilia Brown. Good morning, sweetie. I agree with you. It's extremely arrogant. And also, very interesting to see the many, many comments that I got under that video that I just posted a short while ago. And people are talking about different parts of the world. And this got me thinking. And bear with me, guys. I know I have people from all factions of the world following me, from all different countries, from all different continents. Thank you so much for the love and support, by the way. Subscribe while you're at it. Thumb up the video. The comments that I received under that video, usually it's Southern America, Latino countries, they say, we love this, we want it. European countries, Northern European countries usually comment, nah, it's tacky. Southern Europe says, very expensive, cute, I might get one. Not the whole collection. And then America, for what I've read thus far, Northern America, the US of A, usually tends to say, this is ridiculous. The price range is ridiculous. So it's kind of interesting to see who are they targeting with this? You know what I mean? The specific aesthetic that they have, the specific, they're targeting, aren't they? They're targeting a specific type of audience here. And I think they're doing that with the aesthetic, how they're packaging this, how they're designing all of this. I think they're doing it in connection to whatever they have been seeing is working for them sales-wise in the past years, you know? Like which regions have been selling when their numbers started going down. A lot of countries, you know, were reporting slower sales, but certain countries still were doing well. So it's fascinating, but also I've received a ton of comments under that video, people saying, oh my gosh, Dacob, $160, that's an entry-level price that like the key pouch used to cost $160. Okay. Now the key pouch is what, 300? It's like a tiny little thing. So like the key pouch is now like 300. So now the Lippy is the price of what the key pouch used to cost. So I find it vulgar, to be honest with you. I'm not even talking about like the aesthetic of these Lippies. I'm talking about the audacity. You know what I mean? It's like the audacity of like, yeah, no, we're gonna price this at 160. Like that's vulgar. Like pricing something like that high, to me, it's just vulgar. But hey, if somebody thinks they can do like a fabulous little online Instagram or YouTube stretch and unbox this and be like, look what I got. I'm like, well, tells us more about you than you think it does. So there's that. Oh, Beulah. Okay, because I know Beulah is really into makeup a lot. So Beulah says the aesthetic is a total turnoff, though. Oh my God, there's over 100 people watching. Thumb up the live stream. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. SXN Define. The lipstick mini trunk is like over $3,000 and is so little. I gagged. Yeah, you guys, it's insanity. You guys, it's insanity. It's insanity. And I mean, at this point, it's just vulgar. It's like in this economy, in the world we're living in right now, to be like, look what I bought for $3,000, little thing. Like, I got money to burn. Showing off wealth like that is elitist. It is so out of touch It's really disgusting. It's gross. So, you know, if you're that person who thinks it's okay to do that in this day and age, like on social media, you're really vile. You should look in the mirror, baby. Take a long look in the mirror. Ponder your choices. Hi, Grace Loves Fashion. How's it going? How's it going, sweetie? Welcome to the bunker. You know, there you see. Cecilia, I'm telling you, that's exactly it. And when we remember those prices from the past, we almost faint. Cecilia says, yes, I paid £200 for a limited edition Speedy back in 2002. You can forget paying £200. Today, limited edition Speedy is going to be like, what, 3,000, 4,000? You guys, you know what I mean? It's insanity. No, Louis Vuitton has lost me. Brenda says, the problem is other brands will take notice and also raise prices. Probably for their like exclusive products, but maybe not for their entry-level ones, you know. Brown Bunny, gag it, Dacob. Yeah. Despina, it's tacky. I agree. Graceless Fashion says, cooking dinner and listening to you. Oh, what's on the stove, babes? What are we doing today? What's for dinner? Oh, I'm getting a little hungry. And more peckish than hungry because I had some food before I started, but I'm always peckish. Oh, hi. Hi, Low Nugget. Good morning from Maine. So happy to finally see you live. Good morning, sweetie. I know it's a weird time to stream, but I slept all day. So Malaysian chicken curry. That sounds delicious. Okay, so here's the thing. I've been craving
butter
and chicken, also beef. This past, and by chicken, I don't mean like the usual chicken McNuggets, which I always love. Yeah, love them. No, I've been craving rotisserie chicken. And then I've been craving like veal, a clean cut of veal. I've been craving, not barbecued, like something, man, I don't know. I've been craving like a specific type of like this. It's not really a steak. I don't know how to describe it. Almost like, my mouth is watering though. Maybe like a stew, like stewed. Yeah. Slow cooked, you know, till the meat gets really tender and dark and it kind of, it like melts in your mouth when you eat it. I've been craving that type of veal. Okay. Oh my God, you guys. I went to Popeyes just a couple of days ago. Speaking of chicken. Epic fail. The prices are insane. Cecilia Brown says, Dacob, are you pregnant? I might be. I went to Popeyes, had the chicken. The price was insane. It was like $20 for nothing. And there was no chicken. There was no chicken. It's all batter, like breaded chicken skin. You bite into it. I'm like, wait, where's the white meat? Like, where's the meat? I chewed through it. There was no meat almost. It was like paper thin meat. I was like, that's not what Popeyes used to be. It was like chicken flavored batter. Embarrassing. Where's the freaking chicken? Hi, Alphabet Songs. Greetings from inside German IKEA, using you as a podcast now. You best believe. Thumb up the podcast. Wait, I wanted to read the Nectarine Man's comment. I think they are hoping some people love Louis Vuitton so much that they'd love to get an in-store experience for an accessible price. Before makeup, you can't go shopping with Louis Vuitton short of £800. But they've done it to themselves. Like, there was no need for them to up everything so high, even the stuff that's not worth anything because it's just plastic. So now they're at this position. Yeah, but I'm like, how is that gonna last them? You know, a person that wants to buy a little bit of an experience at Louis, so they buy one Lippy for $160. They're gonna buy one and done. They're not going to keep purchasing. So also that's not really sustainable for them. You know what I mean? Long term, it's not sustainable. Because the person who can barely afford the 160, they put that money together to buy that Lippy. Where are they going to go after that? They're not going to come back for more. I don't think they are. Their perfumes are between like $400 to $700. Brown Bunny says, girl, don't play with me, me Popeyes. Don't play with me, Popeyes. Brown Bunny. Mm-mm. Oh, yeah, Beulah. Yeah, you can check online. Wait, let me check. You know what? Let's check right now. Yeah, Louis Vuitton prices are nuts for their perfumes. let's check. So if I go to their website, right, and then we search for the Parfumada. Okay, perfumes and beauty. And then they have exceptional creations. Okay, girl, I don't care about those. Iconic scents. I'll be the judge of that. Okay. So anyway, so we click on imagination. Why not? Terrible perfume, in my opinion. I reviewed it on my perfume channel. Go subscribe to Essentially Dacob while you're at it. My perfume channel. Thank you so much. Okay, it starts at $350 for 100 ml. And so $350, 100 ml, that's their basic. $350, 100 ml, basic price. And then 200 ml is $495. So it's cheaper than Chanel. It's cheaper than Chanel. Yeah. $350 is their entry level. Now, if you if you go to the European version of their website, it would flip into, wait, how do you change country here? Oh, okay. Their website is so tacky. Oh my God. Who would want to buy from this website anymore? Oof. Okay. So anyway, all right, let's see. If we go to France, for example. Okay, so now the euro price would be 300 starting. It starts at 300 euro. 100 ml bottle, 300 euro, and then the 200 ml bottle is 440 euro. Well, overpriced crap. That's what luxury is nowadays anyway, so who cares? Hi, Teresa E. How's it going? Hi, Dacob Mods, everyone in the chat. Good morning. Good morning, sweetie. Hi, Rock Punk Ballerina. Chanel at least has heritage when it comes to perfume making. Oh, praise, amen. The amens for that. It is so true. It is so true because they had over 100 years time to develop perfumes and they make them themselves. This is something that we underestimate often when we talk about perfumes and cosmetics in general. They don't source out production. You know what I mean? They might source out the production of the bottles, certain things, but they make their formulas and their products, their perfume, they make it themselves, right? So it does make a big difference and you can smell the difference as well. You really do, especially when it comes to perfumes. Speaking of perfumes, I have a lot of news for you regarding Chanel, which I'm going to share with you in the after show today. Believe it or not, after show is happening today. After the main show ends, we're going to have ourselves a jolly old time with a second live stream only for Tier 2 members and Tier 2 patrons. Surprise, surprise. And as always, what happens in the after show stays in the after show. It's just like Vegas, baby, for us. You know what I mean? So we have a lot to talk about when it comes to Chanel in the after show. So I have some news. Which are kind of still not official. So I'm gonna still just kind of share them with you later. But there you go. Chanel! Tier 2 members, Tier 2 patrons, you get access to the after show today. Thank you so much for everybody who has become a member or patron in the past years, months, and weeks, and days. Thank you. I know, Cecilia, it used to be $250. Yeah, now it's $300. $350, 300 euro. It's such a mess. Such a mess with their pricing. Oh my God, Beulah. So it's pretty much the same as Dala. No, yeah, kind of, after the exchange rate. Yeah. Oh my God, imagine Chanel Beauty selling to Estee Lauder or something. They would so water those bitches down. Donna Mazzotti says, what a nice surprise. Hi, Dacob. Hi, Donna Mazzotti. How's it going? Welcome, sweetie. And welcome to the chats. Oh, David Chavez. Thank you so much for upgrading membership to Tier 2. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, yeah, I mean, so much about the Louis Vuitton makeup. Now, we're going to film this other segment, but I don't know if I should do breaking news still and we film it with the breaking news or not. No. And just like that, looking. No, we don't need that. Okay. So let me just figure this out. Hold on, you guys, just a second, because I can't find, there it is. Okay, sorry, wait, I'm just trying to figure something out here. Just a second, everybody, figuring out, there it is. Sorry, just figuring it out. And just like that, let's do that again. Oh my God, we got to do that again. I have to look straight to the camera. What the hell? Why does it take so long? Okay. And just like that, we have news. Boy, oh boy, this is juicy and titillating. Kim Cattrall, Sarah Jessica Parker, or as we love to call her so lovingly, Sarah Jessica Parkereka, plus the writers of the show. And just like that, they have all spoken. Some through gestures, some through words. They have spoken out about the finale of the series. They have given their opinions. Oh, honey. Oh, honey. Oh my God, this is juicy. Okay, so first of all, the New York Post, we love you so much, is reporting. You guys. Okay, so first of all, Kim Cattrall. This is by the HBO cover for and just like that, season 3. Everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's a legend, just my opinion. You guys. Oh my God. Oh, Brown Bunny says the hair is laid for the gods, honey. Thank you, Brown Bunny. We'll go. Let me tell you where it's at. Kim Cattrall posted for her birthday on Instagram. She was super sweet. She was lifting a little champagne glass and cheering on the world. Some guy commented under her birthday post. He said, and just like that, we all know it was Sam, parenthesis Kim Cattrall, Samantha Jones, who carried that entire franchise, meaning Sex and the City. You embodied everything that is the essence of a strong, powerful, and vulnerable woman. We love and respect you. She liked the comment. Ooh, Kim Cattrall liked the comment. And that's what I meant by, like, some people are going to give us gestures. Like, that was a shady move, but I love her for it. That's how you do it, baby. So she's like, yes, I know. You know what I mean? Because liking that comment means like, yes, I know. Then it goes on, and the article talks about what Sarah Jessica Parkereka had to say about the finale and the backlash. Because the article talks about, also, if you haven't seen, go check out my review of episode 12 of season 3 of And Just Like That, the series finale. Spoiler alert, I will mention, spoilers. So spoilers begin now for season 3 of And Just Like That. So the series ends with a lot of turds overflowing in a bathroom, and it was just disgusting. And I review it in detail in my video, and I was just like, let's not go back there, okay? You know what I mean? If you want to hear me talk in detail about the poops, you're very welcome to watch that video. But people have been very upset, the article says. The article says so many viewers were so upset. Some were even writing, like, to HBO saying stuff like, I had to almost vomit my food because, usually I watch And Just Like That while I'm having dinner, while I'm chilling or having lunch on the weekend. But, like, I had to almost barf. Like, it was disgusting. People were disgusted. So, anyway, everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged, just my opinion. And here we go. This is what happened. Sarah Jessica Parkereka, she was asked about the finale. And what did she say? There's so much here that we have to cover. Scene with the discusses spin-off. Oh wait, the Sex and the City spin-off in particular had a plot line involving a toilet scene with disgusted audiences, they say. The series finale of And Just Like That genuinely made me run to the bathroom and vomit, and I think that's such a testament to its legacy, one fan wrote on Twitter. Oh my god. Meanwhile, two And Just Like That writers are defending the finale. And then where is the Sarika Jessica Parkarika moment? Sarika, for her part, had a more blunt reaction to the negativity. We quote, I guess I don't really care. Hold the beer for me. Hold my beer for me. Say what now, Miss Executive Producer of the show, who's earning millions? You don't care what your audience thinks of the show? What? I guess you already cashed in all the millions from the first 3 seasons, so I guess you don't care anymore. But she goes on, she says, I guess I don't really care. And the reason I don't care, drum roll please, yeah, there's a reason. The reason I don't care is because it has been so enormously successful and the connections it has made with audiences have been very meaningful. Honey, the last connection it made with your audiences is it made most of us go to the bathroom to either vomit or we got diarrhea watching. Is that what we call a connection? Yeah, it's a connection, but like, what connection, girl? You told Howard Stern on his podcast when he interviewed you about the scene of Aiden wanking, spitting on his hand. You said you don't know what he did because you never watched the show. So if you don't watch the show, how can you know if your audience is connecting to the show? To me, it's a big mystery. It's a big mystery. So she says it was all meaningful. Girl, I mean, let's see what the writers had to say. Series writer Julie Rottenberg reacted to the backlash in an interview with TV Line. And she says, I think it speaks to the fact that no one wants to say goodbye to Kari Bradshaw. Bye, Kari. Look at that. We just said it. We should have been worried if there weren't a cacophony of responses to the fact that this was the end. Honey, cacophony? What an interesting choice of words. Because in many countries and many languages, caca means shit. But hey, you do you, girl. The cacophony, honey. The cacophony. Oh my God, these writers. They cannot admit. They cannot admit they made a mistake. Like, we know better than anyone. You can't please all the people all of the time. But we felt like we had to do right by them and leave all of those characters in a good place and then say adieu, she added. Are we in parallel universes? Because what do you mean we know better than anyone? You can't please all the people. Exactly how many people do you think you've pleased with this series finale? Because you're making it sound with your writing of this response as if like you've pleased so many, but you haven't pleased some. It feels to me like most of the people have not been pleased. So, I don't know, allegedly, right? So then, writer Elisa Zaritsky told the outlet that she's seen some of the negative reactions. She says, and they quote, I doom scroll with the best of them, and I've stopped to read enough headlines that my algorithm sends me, she said. Sometimes it will surprise me and stun me and sort of wake me up a little bit when I interact with the world of people who I see face to face in life. a lot of whom are not on the same algorithms that I'm on, who are really quite passionate about loving the show and actually have no idea, she added. All they know is these beloved characters are back and they're really happy to see them again, Zaritsky said. Girl, here's where it's at. Let me explain this to you. People online are going to be brutally honest and extremely hateful as well, for sure. They're going to go above and beyond honesty because they can hide their face behind a fake profile picture. They can hide their real name behind a fake username, as all trolls and users always do. But if the overwhelming majority is coming for you about the show, and then in real life, you meet a couple of people who know you, who know that you are one of the head writers of the show, they will suck up to you. This is the strange world we live in. It's exactly those people that you meet in real life that are not going to have the balls to tell you what a shit show you've written. Instead, they're going to lie to your face. They're going to look straight forward into your eyes, smile, and be like, oh my God, I love your show. It's amazing. And you're going to choose whether or not to believe them. But you see, the problem is you have to be very careful who you surround yourself with. The more power you have, the more money you have, and the less you should trust the authenticity of people and how they behave around you. Do they really wish you well? Or are they just manipulating you in order to get something from you that they want? And in order to get something they want, they might just tell you what you want to hear from them. And this is a big problem. And I believe this is one of the biggest problems that And Just Like That had. Sarah Jessica Parker being one of the executive producers of the show, together with the other girls. The show has become so big, and apparently somebody even said that an episode of And Just Like That cost more than an episode of not House of the Dragon, but Game of Thrones, which is also an HBO show. So you can imagine it because the actors cost so much, the costumes cost so much. And so obviously HBO was like, yeah, hell no, we're not doing this anymore. But you can imagine how if you have so much power and you start surrounding yourself with yes-sayers, maybe, just maybe, also Sarika didn't get the right feedback from people around her. Maybe they just kept telling her, oh, this is amazing, girl. You're doing great, girl. We love what you're doing. Oh my God, this is like so amazing. You have to snap out of it no matter how much fame and fortune you have. You really have to be disciplined and keep your feet well grounded on the floor and realize when somebody's lying to you about how good you're doing. And I think this is a big issue with this show. The show has huge potential. Of course, I want to see these characters, and of course I want to see them thrive, and I want to see them develop, but you have to be honest with these characters and how you treat these characters. And you have to be really honest at how you imagine these characters would grow and develop in the future. And so this new show that they showed us and presented us didn't really show me a growth and an evolution of these characters, but rather it showed me a stagnation and a sort of weird, sickly echoing of one issue that it kind of bounces off of mirrors back and forth, and just becomes more slimy as it progresses instead of kind of resolving issues, making these characters evolve. I mean, think about it. Just food for thought. And I do really still hope that, Sarah Jessica Parker manages to shop the show somewhere else to some other streaming network or whatever. But girl, I told you this earlier, and I'm going to tell you again, please, for the love of these characters and for the love of your viewers, change the writers, change the showrunner. And if you can make up with Kim Cattrall and get her on board as well, that would of course be a huge plus, but nobody's expecting that to happen at this point. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, thumb up the video, and never give up on love. Bye. Oh, let me know your thoughts down below. Hi, Finley. How's it going, sweetie? Finley says it doesn't work when the audience seems to care more about the characters than the writers. Just makes us sad. Yeah. Hi, John Paul Jones. Good morning. How's it going? Caroline Steele, hi. Can't accept we've moved on as viewers. Yeah, period. Period. Despina says cacophony means in Greek discordance. Yeah, I know, babes, but it's just so funny. You know what I mean? Brown Bunny says Dacob was spilling the tea. The show was a mess. Miss Benyelich, the show would just have been better without Kari and Miranda. By the end, I was more interested in Seema, Lisa, and Naya. And Charlotte's story got a nice turn and wasn't as annoying, at least. Brown Bunny says too much smoke up the arse. Cha. Hi, Nata Dina. How's it going? Hi, Julia F. How's it going, everybody? At least at the last moment, she decided to step on the Game of Thrones path and shock them all by unexpected twist. The Pooperella. It was a turdastrophe. Oh my God, Terry. That's a good one, Terry. Good one. Oh, hi, Cass. How's it going? Good morning, babes. Wait, is it morning? I don't even know. What's the time for you? Hi, Kaz. Hi, Dacob and everyone. Hi. How's it going? You need a BS detector to separate the truth from the sucking up. Yeah, but yes, you do. But also, some people just love that they get sucked up to, so they just let it happen. You know what I mean? It's all a vicious circle. It's Hi, Angie Unboxing. How's it going, sweetie? Welcome. Let me take a sippy. Oh, it's 9 p.m. for you? Okay. Well, then good evening. Or good early night. Hi, Alain Frigo. Hi, what a show. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Hi, Stanley. How's it going? Oh, man, so many people in the chats. Hi, everybody. It's 6 a.m. for you, John? Okay. Yeah. You just woke up. Or were you awake all night? I don't know. Because I was like awake all night. So for me, it's like, you know. Yeah. Yeah, no, I was. Yeah. All like late afternoon, all night. That's my biorhythm at the moment. But this was an interesting topic, right? All the juicy details coming out. I don't know. I have a sneaky suspicion we're going to hear more about And Just Like That. I just do. I don't know why. I just do. I just do. You just woke up? Well, good morning. Hi, Alina Poe. Isa, how's it going, sweetie? Welcome to the chats and the live stream. Oh, Terry, for you, it's also 6 a.m.? We are such a mess. I think the only one on a regular schedule is Kaz. Like 9 p.m., watching Dacob. Hi, Vel. How's it going? Hi, Vel. Hi, Quins. Just got home from work. Well, hello. Australia represents with Vel and Kaz. How's it going? Oh, man, my favorite Australian ladies in the house. How's it going? Yeah, so how was work today? Oh, by the way, so you ladies, basically, you have the best time because for us, it's horrible. It's like 4 a.m. What's the time here? It's 4 a.m., y'all. Hi, COMG. Oh, and hi, S. Xindafine says, here in Japan, 8 p.m. Okay, so that's even a better time, even a more natural time, 8 p.m. Lady Fire Twitch says, no, it's 3 a.m. in Dubai. 8 a.m. in Brazil, says Julia. Well, then good morning. Oh my God, we have the whole world watching. Wait, so 8 a.m. in Brazil, 9 p.m. in some parts of Australia, 4 a.m. here, 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. for Terry. I just saw a new dinosaur park opened in Japan where dinos pee on you. That is so Japan. Just intel for S. Xindafine. Yeah, Japan just opened a new dino park with a huge brachiosaurus that pees on you while you're driving under it. I'm like, that is so Japan. Oh, the Bisto Kid. Hi, Bisto Kid. It's brunch in Ireland. Well, how's it going? Good day to you. I love my Irish accent. Hmm. Oh, hi, Stanley. You're also... Stanley says the penal colonies are well represented. It's Monday, 9 p.m. down under. Well, hi, everybody. Kaz is like, isn't it? Yeah. Hi, Bulgaria. Night Air. How's it going? Night Air is in Bulgaria right now, 2 p.m. Oh, and Rosanna is in Hong Kong, 7 p.m. in Hong Kong, heading home from work. Wow, you guys, we really have the whole world watching. That's amazing. I should ask more often, where everybody's from. This is amazing. Brown Bunny says it's 4 a.m. where I'm at. Downtown LA, baby, here serving night owl realness. Same with me, sister. Same. Oh my God. Oh my God. We're like, what is going on with us? Why are we awake all night? But that's just LA for you. John Paul Jones says, so, and just like that, I agree with your opinion about what you said about SJP shopping her stuff around. Babes, I think she might find a new home for the show. I hope she does. I hope she does. Debbie's like, we do, babes, right? Yeah, Essex Interface says, oh my God, I missed that XD. I will definitely check it out. The Pissing Dino. Thanks, Dacob. Yeah, we have restaurants where they insult you for every order. I'm not even shocked anymore. Oh yeah, they have those here too. Yeah, it's a special restaurant where you go in and then they insult you. Like, what do you want? And you're like, I would like a burger. Disgusting! You're disgusting! Kaz is like, we're all such a mess. Oh my God, you guys, I don't know why I'm so obsessed with like either interstellar travel, but I've been also obsessed with watching Japanese news lately. I don't know why. I'm watching Japanese news on YouTube every day with translation in English. And it's very interesting with Japanese news. There's a lot of apologizing happening. Like a fish dies in a pond, and then the officials apologize, and then they bow for 15 seconds. So, so basically, a politician or somebody that's in the public field makes a mistake, and then they officially apologize to the community, and then they bow for 15 seconds in shame. And then it's okay. And then we move on. But that's like a huge thing. They all gather together, sit around the table. Then it's boom. And then 15 seconds of shame. And that's on the news, and we watch the 15 seconds, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, that was a good one. That was a good apology." It's so cool. Nat says in Japan they have goat coffee, like Cat Cafe, where they serve chocolate in the shape of goat turd. Yeah, that sounds Japanese, all right. Have you ever tried goat milk chocolate? It does taste like ass. Okay. But I have tried. It takes some getting used to. That's what she said. That's what she said. But the goat milk in chocolate, whoa, it's intense. It's intense. But you know what? Once you get used to it, it's interesting. Angie and Boxy says it's all in the duration and depth of the bow. Yes, I've seen they have technique, they have specificity. It's about how the angle of the head while you bow, it's how straight your back is. It's a whole science. It's a whole science to how you bow. They are very polite. Yeah, John. Yeah. Rosanna says, oh, I heard to gain good karma, you gotta bow. Stanley says, in Japan, they also have restaurants where old people are servers, and you may not get what you ordered because they forgot what you ordered. Oh my God. Brown Bunny is like, Dacob, I love your sense of humor. Thank you. Good to see that more and more people get it finally. Nat says Dubai chocolate should have camel milk. Ooh, yeah, baby. IYK. Oh, by the way, I'm dying, says Xinterfeed. They apologize for everything. The best is the Takashi Murakami Cafe. There is a cappuccino with the flowers artwork on top and cupcakes as well. You have to try, Daco. Oh, that'd be amazing. I would take photos of it. And I would feel bad to even drink it. Wait, what was I going to say? I was going to say something really funny. Dubai chocolate should have camel milk. No, something else before that. Wait, let me scroll up. Cheese, yes, but chocolate, anything coming from goat smells the same animal odor. No, in Japan, they also have restaurant where old people... Stanley says, in Japan, they have a restaurant where old people serve, and then they might forget what you order, so you just get whatever. I just posted to my Insta stories, Super Daco Backup. Go follow me there to check out. I don't know if it's been 24 hours. That story might be gone by now, but it's so funny. So they're making fun of these like electric cars, like that are going to be like thinking for you. And so they're like saying like, oh, you know, in 20, 30 years from now, when the cars are driving on their own, like dead people are going to be arriving at destination. A self-driving car. They have a photo of these like two people like dead in a car, and the car is like it arrived, and I'm like, oh my god, that was so delicious. That was so delicious, that dark humor. Cecilia Brown would love to visit Japan, such an interesting place. I really want to go with my friend Teruko and Titi. Because not just because she's Japanese, but also because because she's Japanese. Because if we go, she knows what's going down in Japan. Also because I love spending time with her. I would go with her anywhere, but I think like going to Japan with Teruko would be so fun. We can go to all the, to all the ratchet places, all the nasty places. You know what I mean? Yvonne Burns says, goat anything will follow you out of the door, down the block, and scream boo at you. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Positive Foodie says, I love the vibes here. Thank you. It's the fashion bunker babes. Rosana Navarro says, the lower the bow, the more humble they are. Yeah, I've noticed that as well. And also, like I said, it's the angle of the head. Like, how much is it bent, or, as the back is bowing down. It's a whole science, you guys. Alain Frigo, how's it going, sweetie? Your review of Bleu de Chanel L'Exclusif is brutally honest because you know what you're talking about. Thank you so much, Alain. Also, I really despise the fact that a few people dared in the comments under my video say, you're saying it's expensive now that you have to pay for it. I'm like, bitch, when did I get a free Chanel perfume? I buy all of them with my money. Like somebody insinuated like, oh, for once, like Chanel didn't send me a perfume for free, so now I'm going to say it's expensive. I'm like, what universe are you living in? I pay for my perfumes. I pay for my Chanel perfumes that I review. If I get a sample, it's because I don't like the perfume. I'm not going to buy it. You know what I mean? But if I review a full bottle of a perfume, you best believe I paid it. Yeah, I did not get it for free. Give me a break. So yes, I'm brutally honest. Always. You can't buy me, honey, no matter how much money you got. Stanley says, go to Nakano, Broadway in Tokyo, Dacob. Murakami Shop and Cafe is there. I think he also has galleries in there. It's a heaven for anime lovers. That sounds like a dream come true. I would love to. I would love to. The Nectarine Man. I wonder how long Yayoi Kusama bowed for after her comments around black people. I don't think she ever did. And you guys remember my video on Yayoi Kusama's collaboration, her second coming with Louis Vuitton. And I made a very clear statement about, the racism that was involved in her autobiography and biography. And then I said, look, no matter how sick you are or how mentally ill you are, illness and sickness does not give you a free pass to be racist and to be mean and to be, entitled. It's impossible. Sorry, it doesn't fly. So the fact that the fact that people are defending her, saying her, yeah, but she's sick. No, sorry. No, I'm sorry, Yayoi Kusama. That doesn't fly. Brown Bunny says, just watch the Blue review and you tore the house down the boots, baby. Yeah, that perfume is just gross. So anyway, Rosana Navarro says, are they talking about the manga writer's prediction still? Did they predict something? I don't know. What did they predict? Nat says, I want a Louis Vuitton Lippy Sample, half size, please. Oh my God, Nat, did you watch the live stream when I showed the Prada Lippy Sample? Did you guys see that? Hi, Slaying in Style 13. Good morning from Colorado. How's it going, sweetie? Welcome to the chats. Did you guys see? I have it here. Well, I'll show you. I'll just show you now. This is so cute. I thought they gave me a perfume sample. I was at Nordstrom's. I bought something. And then when I buy something, I always say, do you got any freebies? Any samplettes? And then they gave me a little satchel full of them. And I got this. And I thought, it's a Prada perfume, whatever. But no, it's not. It's a Munchkin Lippy. Check this out. Did you guys see? I opened this a couple. So I got mini. It says mini on it. I just, it took me a minute to realize that this is an actual Lippy sample. What's the weight? 1.3 gram monochrome P56. Check this out. It's very little, very cute. Let me open it. Okay. Look how tiny it is. Oh, baby. So cute. So yeah, so I opened it on camera, but anyway, here we can do it again. And it has just the same bullet like the big one, except in small. Isn't it adorable? Little tiny Lippy. Now they make them even smaller than this. I do have like some Chanel Lippy samples that are even tinier than this. They are so, so cute. Hi Slaying and hi, wait, sorry, said the Angie Box says the earthquake prediction. Lady Fire Twitch says I saw. Nat says yes. That was a score. Ah, you saw that? Yeah, cute, right? So just have it here. I look at it sometimes because it's cute. Rosana Navarro says the big earthquake and tsunami. Wait, so what does the prediction say? I know, Alina, they're so cute for mini lippies for mini bags. Prada is mega pigmented. I'm happy about that, you know. So Lady Fire Twitch says I saw, but so what is going on? So what does the prediction say? Anjan Boxy says my mom believed it as it's all shown as facts in social media, and she was so worried about me recently traveling there. Okay, but like, was it just all like a scam, or like did somebody just invent it for fun, or is it like is there some truth to it? A lippy for Labubu. Yeah. We're going to talk about Labubus today as well. Ooh, cha, we have something to say. Yvonne says, does Prada sell the tiny backpack for the Lippy? Seen a lot of people doing that. I haven't seen. I don't know. But don't say it loud because Louis Vuitton will probably copy it and make their own for like $1,000. Angie Boxy says, and I was like, it didn't get reported in official Japan news, so don't care, lol. So, but it was invented. There's like no truth to it, or what? Now it says the prediction was for a huge disaster. Many believed it, and many even canceled their trips. Finley, speaking of mini Labubus, Dacob, have you seen the version 4s? Only 26 different ones. Yes, babes, we're going to talk about it today. Angie Boxy says, I think it was scammer. Apparently, the person who made predictions was caught for scam. Could you imagine the economical disaster? People canceling their flights, people canceling trips. The money that was lost because people believed this, that's insanity. That person should be held accountable. Strangely, the huge earthquake happened in Alaska instead. Well, there you go. But you see, that's the issues nowadays. That's the issue nowadays. People believe all the lies that are being told to them online. Stop being gullible lemmings. Nat says, even hotels got cheaper because of that prediction. It's insanity. It's insanity. It's insanity. Says Rosanna says, no, the manga writer had other predictions that were true. Whoa, really? Oh, wow. Now a volcano in Hawaii. Oh, wait, we having a Hawaiian volcano eruption? How did I miss that? Is that happening right now? Japan was hosting Osaka Expo. They wouldn't do that as they monitor earthquake signs very closely. My gosh, we're living in such misinformation world. But Japan is a danger zone, though, says Beulah. You should always have it in the back of your mind if you want to go there. Yeah, for sure. Well, so is LA, babes. So is LA. Well, all of California, really. You know? I remember last year, I'm laying in bed, and I just start feeling really dizzy, and I'm like, am I about to faint? But I'm not standing. But I feel like sometimes my blood pressure like goes low when I'm standing, and I just go like, well, and I'm like, I'm laying in bed and dizzy. Oh my God, I have reached another level of Heffaism. No, it was an earthquake. Just like that. And just like that, it was an earthquake. Their government was really trying to call back the tourists. The tsunami happened eventually, says Nat. Wow. I mean, these natural disasters, like I get it. What I'm really worried about is their nuclear stuff, you know? The nuclear plants, like something happening to those. That's what really worries me. And then leakage, and then the fish are all really weird. Then the fish get like, the fish grow a third eyeball, like in The Simpsons. They glow in the dark. Finley says, lol, another level of Heffaism. Period, me. I knew Finley would know. She would get me. It's the poet in her. It's the poet. The poet in her. Beulah, yeah, me in bed. Yvonne says, and yet I'm still waiting for the real Godzilla to pop up. So I've been looking at the latest Godzilla design, you guys. And I'm like, what? What's going on with this Godzilla? Did you see? It's so cute, but like, it looks like it has issues. It looks a little bit unfortunate. Do I have a picture? I might have a picture. It's the latest Godzilla. What's the latest one called? Wait, hold on. Maybe I can find it. What's the latest Godzilla? Oh, man. Let me see if I can find it. The latest Godzilla. Shin Godzilla. Why Shin Godzilla is loved and hated. Okay, so this is a thumbnail from a video on YouTube. And they showed the front of the face of the new Godzilla, and I just had to take a screenshot, y'all, because it looks so cute. A little bit unfortunate, but somehow it also reminded me of Titty, my friend Taruko's dog. This is the new Godzilla, you guys. It does have a Chihuahua vibe about it. I don't know. What do you guys think?
This is like, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? It kind of looks a little bit unfortunate, but in a good way. Angie's like, no. John is like, nah, Shin. It's she and Godzilla. Val says, that's me after my shift, baby. You guys, it's like, okay, one eyeball up, one eyeball down. It's all over. And the mouth, the cheek is like, So anyway, girl, the eyes are almost on the sides of its head. Yeah, babes. And it transforms as it kind of starts shooting the electric waves out of its mouth. Okay, let me show it again, you guys. Wait, do we have air conditioning on? Because I'm like hot. Okay.
I actually did it myself. Yeah.
Nice.
The Godzilla did its own makeup. Yeah. Angie's like, too much microplastics. Oh my God, Finley. La Fufuzilla. Its head molded by a soup bowl. No, I'm telling you guys, when I saw that picture, I could not stop laughing for like half an hour. I was dying. But then, you know, yeah. So that's the new Godzilla. I cannot wait to see it because people are going to be scared of the movie and I'm going to be laughing my ass off because like, hi, Martin, how's it going? No, because I can't stay serious when you watch the movie and, you know, Godzilla is destroying cities and then like they have a close up of its face and it's like, Godzilla's like, oh, yeah, it's Natasha. Natasha Leone. It's me, Natasha. They hired me to play Godzilla, so I did it. Oh my God. Okay. It's Linda. Yeah, not. It looks like the other sister. John. John, it looks like the other sister. Hi, Yvonne Burns. Mentally impaired, poor beast. I know, right? Oh my God, the other sister. Oh my God. John, that one killed me. Uh, okay. Hi, Avdelmar. Godzilla's face be like, hello. Timuzilla, Sheenzilla. Oh my god, you guys, I can't. I can't. I know, the poor fourth quarter version. Oh god. You know what? I gotta start taking Q-tips like Wendy Williams, when the tears come out so I can like collect them without ruining the makeup. oh, oh my god, this was so good. This was so good. Team Mozilla. Not too much. Oh, my girl, Linda Brown Bunny. It's like those memes saying, when you lie on your CV and still get a job. Yeah, that's exactly the oh my god, wait, I need to, that's exactly the vibe. Oh my god, that was good. Casting gone wrong. Could you believe? And this is what they went with. Somebody approved it. I think it's brilliant, though. Alina Poe's like, oh no, Dacob, don't cry, it's okay. It reminds me of a Gumby character. Do you guys remember Gumby? Are they going to bring Gumby back? He was so green. Hi, Siobhan. How's it going? Hey, guys. Hi. It's like, where did they find her? I know, right, John? It's like, where did she eat from? Oh, my God. It's on YouTube. Oh, yeah. This video is on YouTube. Yeah. Stop Action Joy. Brown Bunny says, Dacob, you are one of Wendy Williams' children. I love Wendy. Every show, every live show I do, I mentioned Wendy. I just shared a video of her on my Insta stories yesterday. She's just such a beacon of light for me. Always an inspiration. And Wendy Williams, just, I love her to bits. She's amazing. Such an ally also, for all the gay community. Really wonderful. Wendy Williams. Free Wendy. Hashtag free Wendy, babes. Always on her side. Period. What did I want to say? Jason says, I miss Wendy so much. No one did Hot Topics like her. No one did, and no one ever will do Hot Topics like her, because Wendy had the right pizzazz and the right shadiness, She was so good at it. She was so good at it. So good at it, And you had to have a healthy sense of humor to get what she was doing and laugh with her, instead of getting offended. Oh, she was amazing. Have I seen Meghan Markle's Mr. Bill Cupcakes? Like a skit? I've seen somebody make fun of her, like imitating her in a comedy skit. Like she's like telling her friend like how she makes stuff for her kids. I've seen that, but I don't know if you mean that. Beulah, me too. I spent every morning watching Wendy. Brown Bunny says, I don't want to cry. Yeah. Dula Peep, Jason. Yeah, was she like Dula Peep? How you doing? Yeah, there you go, F. Tilmar. That's our Wendy. That's our Wendy, babes. So anyway, Dula Peep will always be fun. Dula Peep, I mean, it's an evergreen. And also, with Beulah James, we also always do the, she's an icon. She's a legend, and she is the moment. Now, come on now. Now, that is another historic Wendy Williams quote that will just forever be ingrained inside of my brain and my ears. I hear her voice say it every time I say it. Now, come on now. Yeah, there you go, Beulah. That's the one. That's the one. Justice for Wendy. Period. Period. Yeah. No, that was really. But yeah, what can I say? Hi, Sarah B. How's it going, sweetie? Hi. That room. Oh, man. No, Wendy. Entertainment gold. She really, look, she did the entire world a service, That was entertainment gold. She really delivered. Wendy's Hot Topics was a skill, shady enough to entertain, but not mean enough to hurt the celebs she would have come on her show. Oh, Nectarine, but there were some altercations. Sometimes somebody at the show, they would get super upset. That was so funny to see how she could get under their skin, and they couldn't get it, that it was it was a game, you know? They would really get offended. I'm just like, oh, this is so delicious. I learned getting under people's skin from Wendy. Some people just don't get it.
If you care. All right, let's move on. Perfect.
Come on, babes. Gold. Clap if you care. Nobody claps. She's like, all right, let's move on. Now, speaking of, we have the next topic, which, listen, Dior, Burberry, Chanel, and Voodoo. I got the voodoo, hoodoo, you do. I'm going to put the voodoo on hoodoo, you do. You remember? David Bowie from The Labyrinth? Let me fix my lippy. I don't have a lippy. I have a gloss. Ah. Okay. So, this one's a doozy. Are we filming this? I think we are, right? Hold on. Just need to find it. Hi, everybody. Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. So, what do Gucci, Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Dior, and Voodoo have in common? One doth wonder. One doth wonder. Well, I got an answer for you. Let's get to it. As the Daily Mail reports, we're going to be talking about voodoo luxury fashion sex spells. Huh? That's a different one for you. Everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. So let's get to it. Subscribe, thumb up the video. Let's get to 100K. We are so close. Voodoo sex spell executive, as per the Daily Mail, reported executive spent taxpayer cash on voodoo sex spell to try and get boyfriend to leave his lover during a $900,000 US fraud. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is a doozy. Yeah, this is a doozy. And I really want to get through this article to figure out like how much money was actually spent on the voodoo and how much money was spent on the fashion. So here's the story. The former head of the Maryland Parent Teacher Association, let that sink in, okay? This lady was the head of the Maryland Parent Teacher Association, allegedly spent nearly $1 million US taxpayer dollars in cash on luxury items and a voodoo sex spell to get her boyfriend to leave his lover. Well, la-dee-da. And, well, voodoo-dee-da, I would say. So this lady, and I'm not going to say any names, you could read them in the article. This lady, they claim, abused COVID relief funds, private grants, and PTA membership dues totaling $900,000 US to fund an extravagant lifestyle. According to court filings, y'all, Brown Bunny in the chat's like, not a PTA queen. Now, she allegedly used the money on airfares, gambling, personal expenses, and voodoo magic spells. Now, and this is where things get really interesting because federal officials in the state have opened a case against her, according to lawyer and former federal prosecutor who revealed their probe. The most bizarre expenditure was over $27,000 that she used on magic spells. It can go really fast. $27,000 just on magic spells. Alina Poe says, don't mess with voodoo or it will mess with you. And I agree with you on that, Alina, and I respect the voodoo very much. But I'm like, if you're gonna, we've all seen all the documentaries on voodoo stuff, and it's like, it's always like if you do something with voodoo, there's an energy you have to pay for. You know what I mean? There's always a price to pay for magic. There's always a price to pay. You can't just like do something and think you're all clean of it. Mm-mm. Nectarine Man says, and this is me thinking my voodoo budget of $100 per month was excessive. Nectarine Man, is that the ad campaign? Nectarine Man is like, how does that ad go? Nothing beats a jet ski voodoo holiday. Save 200 pounds per person. Casting spells on your loved ones. So anyway, so she, 27,000 on magic spells, psychic readings, and spiritual services, according to an audit of the accounts. Interesting. The audit uncovered she had purchased 4 gambling spells, including one spell called the Bring Me Money spell. I'm like, the poetry. It's like, look, just to be very sure that you understand what this spell is about, it's the Bring Me Money spell. And she also paid for a spell called the Slot Machine Gambling spell. Nat says you can't prosecute her. Spell against authorities was a bonus. That's what I was thinking while I was reading the article. I thought to myself, well, if she spent like $900,000 on like luxury and voodoo and stuff and magic spells, like couldn't she like spend another couple $100 on casting a spell to not get caught? You know what I mean? It's like that situation when you find Aladdin's magic lamp and you say, oh, let me rub it. And you get only, genie comes out. Well, something comes out after you rub it. And then like it tells you like you got 3 wishes. And of course, the first thing you think about is my first wish is to have an infinity of wishes, right? But then usually all of that comes with like, like a little note at the bottom, like, nah, you cannot make that wish. Alina Poe says, I would like to know how much are the returns on the Bring Me Money spell? Alina is interested, asking for a friend. John Paul says, spells for stupid, LOL. Okay. So, $8,500 was spent inside a spiritual goods store in Bladensburg, Maryland, while she spent another $5,300 in a mythical hoodoo store. Now, at first I thought hoodoo. Like, did they misspell voodoo for hoodoo? But then I thought, oh, maybe this is this is a thing. Maybe there is such a thing as hoodoo. I would have to Google it, though. Or maybe it's just misspelled. I don't know. Her boyfriend appeared to have been married at the time, and she is said to have used the funds to purchase a spell to break up his relationship with the other chippy so that he would go with her. Ha. So, some of the sex curses she purchased included Voodoo Hot Lust spell, Change the Lover's Mind spell, and the Couple Buster spell. It's a lot of them. The latter of which was directly aimed at her love interest. And the prosecutors also state that they have retrieved what she wrote on her order for the spell. Like she left a note, like she ordered it online so they could trace, the order online. And she left a note, and the note says, please make sure the names for the breakup are the name of her, the name of him. According to the court filing, she was very specific. Yvonne is asking, did the spells work though? Well, she's in custody now without the dude. So you figure it out. Connect the dots. So, right. So somebody was asked by prosecutors to provide files relating to a forensic audit of the Maryland PTA that he had worked on as a court-appointed receiver in 2022 as the PTA was plunged into financial difficulties. Now, that audit uncovered the spending and alleged money laundering scheme made up of 11 bank accounts she is said to have funneled ATM withdrawals through. 11 bank accounts. This was a complex system. Okay? So, audit findings revealed that she left a trail of credit card receipts and tens of thousands of dollars in ATM transactions in a paper trail that crossed the entire US of A, baby. Cecilia Brown says, I'd go for the bring me a Birkin spell. In total, she withdrew over $50,000 across 76 ATM transactions at 8 casinos and $88,000 in non-casino ATMs 152 times. Some of the casinos were in Maryland, others were in Philadelphia, Vegas, and North Carolina. One trip to Vegas was described as being a romantic one that cost over $13,000, according to the filing. She also purchased airline tickets for her and her boyfriend that totaled $5,000, with hotel fields at the MGM Grand and Mandalay Bay costing $4,400. While in Sin City, she splashed. Okay, now you tell me in the chats, people. She splashed, according to this article, $1,500 in Pandora jewelry? Now, hold on now. Now, wait. Wait a minute. How can somebody spend $1,500 on Pandora jewelry? I know you can, but like, 1,500? Debbie's like, those charms are expensive, but not that expensive. I mean, unless you don't buy like 100 of them or 50 of them. $375 at a restaurant, and then $375 at a Michael Jackson-themed show, the filings said. Now, other expenditures include $30,000 in flights, hotels, transportation for trips to Florida, South Carolina, and Tennessee. Uber trips totaled $1,888. Car rentals hit $1,100. And she clocked in over $5,700 in Airbnb bookings, the filing said. She's also said to have spent $20,000 on luxury clothing, spending lavishly on Christian Dior boots, Burberry dresses, scarves, and quilts, and over $1,300 on Chanel makeup. Now, granted, $1,300 on Chanel makeup does not take you very far, so I don't think she spent a lot on Chanel. Humble queen. Humble thief. Humble thief. She allegedly used $46,000 to cover rental payments for an apartment and then transferred $9,000 to her daughter using Cash App, the document said. Then they also have here $86,000 on consumer goods, $9,600 in restaurants, $70,000 on Amazon, $89,000 for other goods. Cha. This is insanity. It just keeps going on and on and on. Court records indicate she already owes over $3 million to over 70 creditors after she filed for bankruptcy in 2016. And it just goes on and on and on. Oh, honey. Listen, Linda. The Pandora Queen, baby. Pandora Queen is now Pandora'd up in the slammer. This is very... And yes, she did end up with the guy, but I do think that, just my humble opinion here, maybe what got him more close to her was not the magic spells that she paid so much money for. I feel like maybe he was sticking around because she was paying for everything. Just a thought. Just a thought. Yvonne Burns says, and not even a flying carpet, right? I know, I missed the flying carpet too. Rosanna says, no, just her allocation. Minimal makeup, but spells to the max. Chanel perfumes worked, baby, says Nat. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I mean, we're not talking, what's her name? Anna Delvey levels here. It's a different scenario, but like, what are we thinking? Are we thinking a Netflix TV show is due about her running across the US, casting magic spells and getting the guy? I think this would be a great show. I think this could be the new Anna Delvey show. You know what I mean? I think this should be the new Anna Delvey show. And I would watch this. Are you with me? Would you watch this show on Netflix? Let me know down below. Thumb up the video, subscribe. Never give up on love. Bye. Caroline Steele. Hi, Kate Moore. Are we talking about Kevin Branch? Oh, we did already, Kate. Yeah, we did. We did already, but like, we moved on, you know. But although there's always going to be a Carrie Bradshaw moment to talk about in the future as well. Hold on before I read the next. Yep, what? Tip your host if you like what you see. Thank you so much. The Markles might want to know her, says Yvonne Burns. Oh, do we have some intel? Do they need to cast the spell? Oh, Rosanna Navarro, that movie. Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman. They were in a movie together already, weren't they? When they were casting spells, yeah. So who could you see cast in this new show? I wonder. And I couldn't help but wonder. Maybe Sarah Jessica Parker now. Practical Magic. Oh, that was the name of the movie? I watched it actually just a couple of months ago again, and I was a little bit, it didn't really hit the spot for me. I don't know. Yeah. It didn't, you know what I mean? It didn't go there I don't know. I wanted it to go there, but it didn't. But it didn't somehow. I don't know. Hold on a second. So, where is the thing? Here it is. Okay. So we're going to make a little experiment today. Martin says they certainly need something at Yvonne Burns. What did Yvonne Burns say? The Markles might want to know her. Oh, got it. Finley says that long list of purchases, the longer the list, the more joyless it sounds. I know, right? There's something to be said about buying, overspending, like trying to fill that void that you'll never really fill up. You know, you get to the point where you really get depressed because there's nothing more to buy and you're not happy. And then you realize, oh shit, now I have to confront my own demons. Yeah, get yourself a good doctor rather than buying another expensive bag instead. You know. To each their own, though. To each their own. Now, I want to make a little experiment and talk about a show that this particular season of the show has passed. And I know it's potentially... Oh, yeah, Kaz, it has potential. I'd watch it. Kaz, me too. I'd totally watch it. Are you kidding me? By the way, I'm loving the new Alien Earth show. Oh my God, the first 3 episodes are chef's kiss. Anyway, we digress. Okay. Let's talk about the Gilded Age. And I know that this show is over. Season 3 is over. The show is not over, but so maybe there's not a lot of interest online for this topic, but let's see if we can make it work. It's a little experiment. Why not? Because I think we all liked it. Whoever watched it did enjoy it. I've never encountered a person who watched The Gilded Age and said I hated it. So, all right, let's do this. Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to my channel. We're going to talk the Gilded Age today. Yes, I know, the Gilded Age Season 3 has passed. And you're thinking to yourself, why are you making a video about it? You know, we've moved on to other TV shows like Alien Earth or what have you. And I do love Alien Earth as well, but I miss the Gilded Age already. I have not encountered a single person who has watched the Gilded Age who has told me I hated it. Everybody who has watched it thus far has been telling me it's amazing. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Right now, the guy, Mr. Fellows, who conceived the Gilded Age show, also created Downton Abbey. By the way, did you guys know, this kind of almost flew under the radar for me, Downton Abbey's latest movie, yet another one they shot, is coming out November, December this year. And I found out while I was at the movies, I went to watch Jurassic Park Rebirth. And one of the advertisements for a movie playing before the movie started was Downton Abbey, like the next movie. And I was like, oh, okay, I didn't see this one coming. So anyway, Julian Fellows, the creator of Downton Abbey, he also created The Gilded Age. Now, I've seen quite a few interviews with the cast of The Gilded Age in the past few days, and they were talking about stuff like, oh, we weren't even sure during the SAG-AFTRA strikes the one strike, like, are we even going to get renewed for season 3? And they were all thinking it's not even going to get renewed for season 2, but then it got renewed for season 2, then it got renewed for season 3. And before it went so well with season 3 that even before season 3 ended, they already got renewed for season 4. Now the speculation begins, what's going to happen in season 4? Honestly, you guys, spoilers up ahead, by the way. Because, spoilers, if you haven't watched season 3, please do. Or if you don't care about spoilers, stick around. So, with the Gilded Age, and here it is, isn't it beautiful? Check this out. The HBO picture. Credit to HBO for this gorgeous picture. Look at that. So how do they call him? Railway Daddy now. So we have... Pedro Pascal is considered, what do they call him? Mushroom Daddy? Because of The End of Us? The Last of Us? The End of Us? Last of Us? How do they call Pascal? Just Daddy something? Well, he's the Railroad Daddy now, okay. Apparently married and all, like straight and all, but everybody's fantasizing about him. Train Daddy, they call him. Oh, okay, Train Daddy. Because in the TV show, he's building the railway across America and what have you, right? So anyway, where's Gladys? There's Gladys. She's the daughter that is going to marry, like I said, spoilers, and she marries in season 3, the Duke in England, blah, blah, blah. That's Peggy. I love Peggy so much. I love her storyline. And do you know who this is? Felicia Rashad. Do you know who that is? I'll give you a second. She's the mom from The Cosby Show. Look at that. Miss Huxtable, yeah, she's the lawyer from The Cosby Show. Well, now she is his mom, okay? We'll go. Gladys got married. Brown Bunny, to who? To the Duke of something. She's the Cosby mom, yeah. Yeah, she is. And she does not want her son to marry Peggy. She's like, no. She's a woman of ill repute. She's a woman of ill repute because she had a child out of wedlock. Can you believe? And so that's a huge scandal from back in the day. Anyway, we'll go. But so then we have all of the characters. So Gladys is Thaisa Farmiga, by the way. Thaisa Farmiga is the actress, sister. She's the sister of Vera Farmiga. Vera Farmiga, she is the mother in the TV show Bates Motel. She's Norma, Norman Bates' mom. Canadian TV show. Used to love it. From the Psycho franchise. But Vera Farmiga, who is Thaisa Farmiga's sister, Vera Farmiga is also the main female character in the entire horror franchise of the, what's it called? The Reckoning, the Rejoicing, the Conjuring, the Bing Bing Bing. So Thaisa Farmiga and Vera Farmiga are sisters, yeah? And look at her. this is Cynthia Nixon. We all know Cynthia as Miranda in Sex and the City and in Just Like That. Coincidentally, she's Aunt Ada in this show, and she's always kind of different, you know, like, I mean, it's the same for me. This plays in New York, Sex and the City plays in New York. For me, it's like seeing Miranda in both shows, just changing costumes. It's hilarious. And then we have Kari Coon. Kari Coon, and, you know, I was like, where do I know her from? Where do I know her from? By the way, she comes from like acting nobility, like her family is an acting family, theater in New York. I mean, most of these people are Nepo babies. You know who she is? She's the biggest Nepo baby of all of them. She is, what's her character's name? Well, anyway, she is the niece of Aunt Ada and the other chick, and they are sisters. You know who she is? Meryl Streep's daughter. We're done. You know what I mean? We're done. We're like, it's over. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. So I'm like, okay, girl, okay, like we got acting royalty up in here. Now, Kari Coon. Somebody Google that just to make sure before I make a total baboon out of myself. But I'm like, where do I know her from? Where do I know her from already? Like in season 2. She was in Ghostbusters, the revival of the Ghostbusters, with the kid who's from Stranger Things. She's his mother in Ghostbusters, in the Return of the Ghostbusters. Not with all the women, not the 2016 Ghostbusters, but the other Ghostbuster movie. She's their mom. Kari Coon is the mom of the Stranger Things kid in the new Ghostbusters. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so confusing. Like, everybody's connected somehow, you know what I mean? Everything is like super all over the place. There you go. Yeah, Nat, Shin Ghostbusters, baby. There you go. So, Kari Coon, yeah, she does work a lot. And every time they give interviews, they're all very chirpy and very fun to talk to and to listen to. And it's just, you know, hold on. They're all very much fabulous. They give away plot lines and then they go like, oh, was I allowed to say that? I was not allowed to say that, you know. So Kari Coon is Bertha Russell. Some of the storylines from the Gilded Age match the actual time of the Gilded Age in New York, but a lot of the plot lines are invented or are embellished a little bit. And then, so basically Marion Brooke, she's Marion Brooke. She is Louisa Jacobson or Jacobson. And then we have Christine Baranski. My finger disappears there, her. This is Christine Baranski as Agnes Van Reen. Morgan Spector is Train Daddy. He is George Russell, the hubby, Cynthia Nixon is Ada Brooke. Denise Benton is Peggy. That's Peggy. And then we have Harry Richardson is Larry Russell. That's Harry Richardson. He is playing the son of these two, and he is her brother. He's also, he wants to marry her. Okay? He wants to marry Marion. And then we got Blake Ritson, who's Oscar Van Reen, the guy behind Christine. I can't reach that far back. He's the son of Christine Baranski's character, Agnes. So Oscar is the son of Agnes. Now, he's gay in the show, but not in real life. But he is in the show. His character is gay. And in season 3, he comes out to his mother. And she's shocked. But I think she took it well. I did not expect her to take it as well as she did, but I thought it was really good that they had a coming out moment in the show. You know what I mean? Love it. I love that he came out. I love the moment where she's like shocked. He came out, but I love that they're embracing the homosexuality, you know? Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And also, what I really, really love is that we also have Black families portrayed in the Gilded Age. Sorry, yeah. Gonna cover you ladies, because these ladies deserve the freaking spotlight, period. And I love their storyline. Truth be told, this side of the family, the storyline, I prefer their costumes to all the white folk. I don't know why. The textures are so beautiful. The colors are so beautiful. The costumes that they gave all the wonderful, beautiful, talented Black ladies, chef's kiss. There's just, and I feel like an extra level of sophistication that went into designing and manufacturing their costumes. Like when you look at the Gilded Age, every single time we have the Black community portrayed, they really know what they're doing. Also, the way that the rooms are lit up, how the color grading is done, how the costumes move. Oh, it's delicious. So, so beautiful. Matter of fact, it's so beautiful that I would really like to see a spin-off only with them. Like just a whole show really focusing on the Black families of the time. Because that's every time they're on camera, I go, oh, like I want to know really more, you know? Strangely enough, though, the main characters, which you can see kind of also portrayed here, which is the Russells, like you can see that they are kind of the center of this thing. Like they're the main characters. They're the richest characters of the show. I'm kind of not that invested in their story. I'm way more invested in Peggy's story because she's also a writer. She's part of the suffragette movement. She's fighting for rights for women. She's amazing. And the trials and tribulations, the complications of society of the time, like we haven't seen enough of that. And I'm so invested in all of their storylines. Their storyline, yeah, lavish dresses, but they look a little bit, tacky but rich, whatever. Not so interested. It's okay. But, and I do like Ada and what's her name? Agnes's storyline. Yeah, because these two actresses are very talented. I mean, look, Christine and Cynthia, they're very, very talented. So when you see them together, it's just delicious to watch them interact. So by this, what I'm trying to say is no matter what situation you put these two ladies in, they will knock the socks off of you, underwear and everything. They're just amazing. So it's like it's like almost like cheating, you know what I mean? Because you cast two brilliant actresses. And of course, I'm automatically drawn to them because I love them two together. So I don't care what they'd make them do. I would still be invested in their storyline. So that's why I'm saying it's a little bit cheating. But it's this side. All of them. I really want to see more of them. I hope they get more screen time in season 4. It's just delicious to see everything happening between them. And then now here's the thing, right? So Bertha is really annoying in season 3, meaning she wants the best for her family, but in terms of controlling everything, money, wealth, power. So she forces Agnes to get married to the Duke of something England. And she doesn't want to. She wants to marry some other dude, a nobody, has some family standing in New York, but so she prohibits that. And she forces her daughter to marry the Duke. And so the daughter moves to England. Her hubby, he's very upset about that. He understands that she wants the best for the family, but he's like, I want our child to be happy first and foremost, And she's like, no, she will learn to be happy after she settles. Ugh. So it's all about money, and the Duke will only marry her if they give him money. So it's a very arranged marriage. It's all about the money. It's about how much money they will give him every year or every month. They have agreed, they have a whole contract. It's really kind of sad. Most of season 3 is about them back and forth with this Duke from England kind of negotiating what they need to give him in order for him to marry their daughter. It's really sad. Really, really sad. But, yeah. So at the end of the day, she does get married. She goes to England, and then the Duke's sister is a nuisance because she's not on this photo, but the Duke is also not on the photo. Anyway, he has a sister, and the sister, because the sister's kind of, I want to say, almost in love with her own brother, and she's like taking control of the house in England. And then, and then Agnes comes in, and she's mistreated. The Duke's sister is acting like she's the matron of the house, So she's bossing Agnes around. She fires Agnes's maid that Agnes took with her from America, and she just, mistreats her. It's a little bit of a Cinderella story, except, of course, she's not in rags cleaning the floors, but the sister is doing everything in her power to silence Agnes and just make her as passive as possible. To the point where Agnes writes her mother and says, girl, what will go, will go. No. This is so, oh my God, I can't anymore. So then Bertha travels to England just to check up on her daughter. And she, Gladys, not Agnes. Oh, sorry, Night Air. Gladys. Yes, my bad. Gladys, not Agnes. Thank you. So she travels to England and she's like, you know what? Let me inspect this sister of the Duke. And of course, Bertha starts throwing shade at the sister. And she gives power to her daughter, and she tells Gladys, look, show interest in the Duke's life. Ask him to take you out through the countryside where he owns property, all the farms and everything. Show him your strength, and your strength is talking to people, being interested in business, interested in people. Show him that you are on his level, unlike his sister, who's just the maid, So Gladys actually does that. And the Duke starts seeing her, as not just a money thing, but he sees her as a real person, woman, strong woman that can share his interests. And then they kind of start falling in love, actually, in season 3. And she also gains the strength, Gladys, to, kind of squash the Duke's sister. For example, stuff we normal mere mortals, we don't even know, but the whole behavioral patterns when you're sitting at table and you're now the Duchess and there's the Duke and then there's the sister of the Duke, who sits where, the protocol, the whole bon ton, all of that. And so the sister stands up after she's done eating, and Gladys is like, and her mother is there too, Bertha is there, and Gladys is like, are you not feeling well? And the Duke's sister is like, no, it's all good. She's like, really? Well, why would you stand up before the Duchess then? Bitch. And the sister is like, oh. So she sat down and she feels like, how dare you? So Gladys starts taking charge, controlling, she knows what her powers are. Period. John Paul says, that English sister, LOL. I was glad she finally broke eggs upside her head. Right, John? Yeah, I'm so glad they were loving each other. Yeah, now she is the other sister, period. No, it was really, really cool that Gladys and the Duke, it's a nice little story. I also feel like they have chemistry on screen, the two actors. So that was kind of cute. And then towards the end of series 3, they're going back to America. There's stuff that's happening in America. There's the ball, the ball of the year where the debutantes, I guess, come in, the society ball of the year, blah, blah, blah. Now, the whole season has so many textures and layers. One of these important layers is evolving society in America and how upper class is not acceptant within their societal ranks of women, in particular, who have divorcees. So this whole series is about Bertha trying to change that whole system because she's now the richest one of all of them. So she's now forced herself in season 2 upon all the other women who have already been high society of New York. She is now high society as well because of the money and because she managed to get her daughter to marry a British duke. Because, of course, we also see America still having that inferiority complex because they don't have a monarchy. And even though they freed themselves with the Declaration of Independence from Great Britain, the show really portrays how American upper class society still looks at England as, oh, that is something to aspire towards, that behavioral pattern of levels of society, tiers, monarchy without monarchy, basically. So obviously the higher class of New York is still looking at what goes down in Europe, what goes down in England as kind of a form. They don't see themselves above it. They still look up to it. They might have more money than them at this point, but they still feel inferior somehow. And we see the proof of this. That's why Bertha was trying to do everything in her power to get her daughter to marry the British Duke. And once her Gladys does marry him, Bertha manages to consolidate and cement her family's power upon New York. And now she's not only invited in the upper circles, she is the upper circles. And as the upper circles, she now has made some friends as well in the upper circles and acquaintances that she wants to use to further her power. Some of these acquaintances have daughters, or some of these acquaintances are themselves in a point where they are divorcing, whether it be grown-up women or younger women whose mothers don't accept the younger women divorcing or being divorced. So they have this whole story about this huge societal gathering, but like who's invited, who's not invited. You're not invited if you're divorced. Bertha changes that. At the end of the season, we see that also the divorcees and divorcees are invited to this special ball. So that's kind of a thing that happens in the season as well. Plus, we have the coming out of Oscar, Agnes's son. We already knew he was gay, but he comes out to his mother. That was also a huge step. And then we also have Marion. She's getting to know, what's his name? Larry more and more. And then they kind of fall in love. And he's like, do you want to marry me? She's like, yes, of course. But then she finds out that he went to a house of ill repute one night and lied to her that he wasn't there, but he was there, but he was there with friends. He didn't do anything with any lady. But she believes he did. He has to go for business somewhere for his father. As he goes away for business, she finds out that he was in the house of ill repute. And then as he comes back, she doesn't want to see him anymore. Like, no, it's off. The wedding is off. The wedding is off. And then he's running after her like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And then finally, long story short, she tells him, he tells her nothing bad happened there. He didn't diddle any other skittle. So we'll go. I guess the wedding is still on. Now, he gets shot in episode 7. And this is very interesting because George Russell, he's trying to do a business thing with the whole railroad thing in America, across America, la-di-da, and the business doesn't goes through. He needs really big banks to back him. They don't want to back him. They want to back him. They don't want to back him. He's almost broke at a certain point in the show. And then Larry, his son, travels away while she thinks he was, fiddling the diddle in the House of Ill Repute. He goes away to check up on his businesses somewhere in Center of America, somewhere. And he finds out that they have like some copper mines that somebody thought were empty, so there was no money to be made there. But he finds out when they inspect them again that they are indeed full. And so he comes back home super happy. He's like, Dad, we got a ton of copper in these mines. We're rich again. Yay! So then he gets the banks to back him up to do this whole deal with the railroad thing, purchasing parts of the land to be able to build his railroad across the land. But so somebody's not liking the fact that he has so much power, so they hire an assassin to unalive him. And this is very much a moment where also we've seen in Dallas, a great TV show from the 80s, where JR gets shot. Except when JR got shot, that was a huge sensation. Nobody knew who shot him. And that was the last episode of the season. Everybody, Google it, everybody was going nuts. Who shot JR? So that entire summer, while viewers were waiting for, the new episodes of Dallas to be filmed, and everybody was speculating, who could it have been? Was it some angry lover? Was it his family members? Those were the days. And I thought to myself, oh my God, they shot George Russell and we don't know who did it. That's going to be a great cliffhanger. But no, somehow HBO decided, nah, let's do another episode after that. This is not a mystery. I'm like, oh, what a missed opportunity. What a missed opportunity. So we get another episode where, just somebody was hired to shoot him, but he survives. But here's the plot twist. Here's the plot twist. Because he survives, and I need here the actors. Jordan Donika, Dr. William Kirkland. This is Dr. William Kirkland. This is Peggy. This is Peggy's mom. Dr. William Kirkland is with Peggy in Ada's house this season, the night that George gets shot. So their doctor, their white doctor, isn't available in that moment. So he's bleeding. He's like gonna die, right? But Dr. Kirkland is right across the street because these two ladies live literally across the street from these behemoths. So Dr. Kirkland is asked to help, and he rushes together with Miriam to help George. And they put George on a table in the living room, and he's like operating on him, and he saves his life. And then the next day, the white doctor arrives and says, oh, how dare a black man touch this, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, hold your horses, dude. This guy saved his life. Show a little respect. Show a little respect. So there's this beautiful moment where, we're seeing racism being shoved. Thank God. Because in the beginning of the show, when Peggy gets sick, she catches a cold, and that's how she meets Dr. Kirkland. And she's staying at Ada's and Agnes's house because she works for them. And she's staying in their house being sick, and they call their doctor, who's the white doctor. He comes to their house, finds out that their patient is black, and he's like, I'm not going to treat her. Disgusting. Disgusting. So he then leaves, and then the good in the bad, Kirkland appears, and he helps Peggy, and then they fall in love, right? Then Dr. Kirkland also saves George's life, and Miriam is with him as that happens, and she's helping him like a nurse. Like, she's helping him, she's pressing the blood, she doesn't care to get dirty. And that's when Bertha sees that Miriam is really a good person. Because up until that moment, Bertha did not want her son Larry to marry Miriam because she wanted somebody, more famous, popular, rich for her son. But she has a win with Gladys because she gets Gladys to marry the Duke. So she says, you know what? Fine. I think Miriam and my son, I think she's good for him. Marion or Miriam? Damn it. Marion. So anyway, but Marion doesn't want Larry anymore because she still believes that he's been in the house of ill repute fiddling someone else's diddle. So all of that clears up by the end of season 3. They make up and they're kissing, and Bertha is super happy that Larry and Marion are Marion are going to hopefully get married. We don't see them get married. So that's something maybe of a cliffhanger. That's something for next season, potentially. George is still super angry with Bertha because she manipulated the situation with Gladys for the marriage. She manipulated a lot of things. She's playing the societal games to be at the top of everything. He's just so sick and tired of that. He starts sleeping in the club. He doesn't sleep anymore at home. But he does accept, even though he's still wounded from the shot, he does accept to come to the final ball of the season. Bertha's ball at this point. And everything is fine, and he acts the part, but after the ball is over, he tells her, I don't want to stay with you anymore. And he leaves her. It's like a divorce. And that's the cliffhanger because she's like alone looking at from the window from this house where they had the party, and he's driving to town. He's driving away. And as he's driving away, Gladys comes in and says, Mama, Papa. No, she's already speaking British. She's like, Mama, Mama. No, she doesn't, but I just love the Downton Abbey. Mama, Papa, Mama, I'm pregnant. Okay, so she's pregnant with the Duke. That's the news to end the season. So Bertha is so happy. She rushes to the window. She tries to see her husband, in the carriage driving away. She wants to scream at him to say, like, Gladys is knocked up. But instead, he's already too far away, so she doesn't scream. And she's like, super sad, super sad. And he goes away, and she's, knocked up. And she's all alone. Also, Larry's super angry at her because she's manipulating the whole family. So now Larry doesn't want to stay at home with his mom either. So Larry is not at home. George is not at home. Gladys is in England. Bertha is all alone. She feels miserable. So you can see where this is going in season 4. In interviews, Carrie Coon keeps saying they might be divorced because the whole season was about divorcees. And so she was like, you know what? It would be really interesting to see these two characters separated for an entire season. And then, like, season 4, they're trying to find a way back to each other. And I can totally see that happening, to be honest with you guys. I think that's going to be a big plot line for season 4. Is going to be them not being with each other, but then by the end of season 4, they finally get in love together again. I think that's going to be a big part of season 4. Also, in season 3, as Blake Ritson, who plays Oscar van Rijn, the guy behind Agnes's son, after his coming out, he also starts talking to society people. This one chick who used to be a maid, but then married rich, and then her husband died, and she inherited a ton of money. She was their maid, but then she got the money. He passed away. Now Kelly Curran, Mrs. Enid. Oscar goes to Enid. Enid is not on this photo, by the way. Oscar goes to Enid and says, look, girl, you're not a part of this society. You come from poverty, but you've inherited a ton of money. I was tricked into losing all my money, but now I am getting back on my feet because my male lover, who abandoned me, then came back to me, invested in me, his lover passes away. He gets killed by a passerby carriage with a horse. Or was it a bicycle? Something hit him. So that was sad. But he passed away. And in his will, he leaves a lot of money to Oscar. And the woman who's accounting the estate, I think his sister, or was it his ex-wife? She tells Oscar, like, he really loved you a lot. Like, she knew, like, wink, wink. We're not going to say it out loud, but IYKYK, he left you money, he left you a house somewhere in the middle of nowhere, blah, blah, blah. So now he has more money, he has a house. Now he goes to talk to Enid at the ball, and he says, at the opera, and he says to Enid, listen, you have the money, and you do whatever you want to do, honey. You be crazy, you fool around with whoever you want. I'm a sister, you know it. I'm going to fool around with whoever I want. This marriage could be beneficial. What say you? You and I get hitched. Because I have all the connections to all of the society that you need because you're coming from nothing. But you got a lot of money. I can make you grow in society. And at the same time, I have access to money, and I can make all my family and I can make all of society think that I am straight because you'll be my cover, and I can do what I want and you do what you want. And she's like, I think we can arrange something. So I think that's going to happen in season 4. I think we're going to see a marriage between Enid and Oscar. And I think we're going to see a marriage between Marion, and Larry. And I think these two are going to come back together. Gladys is going to have a baby. Now, everything is a little bit too happy here. Oh, also, Kirkland is going to marry Peggy. It's a little bit too many people getting married, right? Right. What did we learn from Downton Abbey? The lavender marriage, John, correct. What did we learn from Downton Abbey? When there's too much happiness, somebody has to kick the bucket. And what else did we learn from Downton Abbey? Sometimes somebody loses a child. I have a sneaky suspicion that that's going to be the big sad moment for season 4. Like Gladys is going to be the negative side. You know, it's going to be like she's going to lose the kid. Something tells me that's usually how Julian Fellows writes his stories for Downton Abbey. So that might be what happens to Gladys, you know, in season 4. But I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong because I want her to be happy. But I'm thinking way too many people are getting married. Like, in order for this drama to have the right tension, you can't just give the viewers positive outcomes. You need something negative to balance it out, right? So I'm thinking that could be negative. Of course, the other negative thing is them two are separated now, Bertha and George, but they're working towards each other, you know? So we already, like, that's a negative thing that happened in season 3. So the beginning of season 4, they're going to start building towards each other again. But we need a big, dramatic, sad moment for season 4. Somebody has to kick the bucket, you know? So, yeah, so I think that's going to happen in season 4. Kirkland's mom might still try to put herself between them two somehow, although I think that's already cleared up in season 3. But we definitely need some more drama happening on this side, you know, as well with Kirkland and Peggy. Something has to happen in season 4. It can't all be just flowers, right? And, yeah. Oh, John says, don't forget George's drug problem. Wait, did we see him have issues with drugs this season? I don't remember. Was it like really bad? No, I don't remember. Also, what is really interesting, I think they planted a seed in season 3 for what's going to come in season 4. Oscar, when he goes to the house of ill repute with Larry, he sees the woman who tricked him into stealing all his money. Actually, he doesn't go with Larry. Larry sees her. Larry tells Oscar. Oscar then goes on his own to the house of ill repute. A couple of days later, he sees her, he hunts her down, and he tells her, like, what the hell, girl? You stole all my money. And he makes her tell him who was behind the scam. This was season 2. So she tells him everything. And he still helps her out. He's like, you know what? I'll still help you. Here's money. I don't want you to work as a whore in this house of ill repute. Look, meet me here and here this time. Leave New York. I'll give you the money so that you can live for a couple of months to start a new life. She's like, why are you helping me after all I've done to you? He's like, I don't know. I just am. He's a good guy, you know. And so he helps her. And she leaves New York. I don't think that storyline is finished yet. I think they're going to bring her back because he's going to be in trouble again for some reason. And I think she's going to come back out of the blue and she's going to help him. She's either going to testify in his favor. I don't know. I just feel like they planted a seed and they have this character who now left New York and they might bring her back if they need her. I think she's their little joker, their little jolly card, you know, that they might play in case they have a need for some little something, you know. But yeah, I think Marion, whatever, tomato, Marion. I know I'm going to have people watching this video. They're going to be like, oh my God, you watch the show and you don't know her name. Your names are not relevant to me, really. It's the energy that a person emanates that I feel. You know what I mean? Like the name for me comes much later. But I get a very succinct, precise energy vibe from all of them. So there's that. But Marion's story is, she's a little bit lame. She's cute. She acts well. Okay. She got it from her mama. But I'm like, yeah, the storyline is whatever. You know what I mean? But anyway, love the show. Can't wait for season 4. Let me know, what do you think is going to happen in season 4 that hasn't already happened? Like what, you know what I mean? And should we review the show? Should we review Gilded Age? Let me know down below. Love you loads. Subscribe and thumb up this video. Never give up on love. Bye. Child, that was a long-ass video. Nobody's gonna watch that, but okay. Ugh, took the life out of me. She's been shifted from the first season. Yeah. I don't know, you guys. Hi, Nata Dida. Now I can say hello to everybody. Hi, Dave B. I haven't seen you in years. Oh, what's up? You still alive? How's it going? Shaban says, oof, cha, right? Pumpkin Ziggy, how's it going? Hello, finally catching alive again. Hi, Pumpkin Ziggy. I hope you're doing well. It's storytelling, but it is captivating, says Rosanna. Yeah, you nailed it. It's pure storytelling, and Julian Fellows is really good for these historic storytellings, isn't he? Mm. Shaban says, I like her character. I like how she's kind of the radical modernity-wise compared to her relatives. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Sarah is so sorry. Yeah, spoiler alert. So, Sarah is like, oh, I'm only on episode 3. So I had to close my ears. Enjoy your TV reviews. Keep them coming. Oh, thanks, Sarah. I watched and I've never seen a single episode of Gilded Age, LOL. Oh my God, Nectarine Man. It's good. You should watch it. It's good. It is. I don't know. It gives you like a it's a sophisticated telenovela basically. Makes you feel some type of way, you know. But yeah. Okay. So anyway, now moving from that to Labubus. Okay, Dave B says I'm still kicking it, Dacob. Just been busy for a bit. Good to see you though. You looking forward to Blade Runner 2099 show? No, not really. I'm glad you're doing well, but I'm not looking forward to. I hated the new movie. Ugh, like, oh my God, it was so bad. So I'm like not looking forward to the show. Love the first one. You know, Ridley Scott is where it's at. That's my Blade Runner. But 2049, now the new show, no. But I love Alien Earth. I can tell you that much. Love that show to bits. Oh, the episode with Statue of Liberty in the background was cool. Yeah. And also in season 2 when they got electricity and everything lit up was also cool. Thanks, Katerina Joan. You like the ghost mug? There you go. The ghost mug. It's the ghost mug that we're having today. With my lip gloss all over it. With a bit of coffee. Yeah, it's a cute one. Is there a star? Oh, there's stars in here as well. Oh, you're doing Black Mirror? That's a good one too. Oh, you were watching Alien Earth last night? Cool, right? Yvonne Burns, I agree with you. There's only one Blade Runner, babes. Paul, yes! Yes! Okay, if we're gonna do the Labubus, I know Finley wants to know, and also somebody has been asking me on Totally Dacob, like, Dacob, please make a video about the new Labubus. I'm like, oh, okay, there's interest, so we're gonna do it. Bear with me. Paula says, hey, Dacob, will I review the new Shalimar Lessons? Paolo, you are breaking the news to me. I did not know. Vel told me there's going to be a new Shalimar, but I thought they're going to do a new Millésime, like Millésime Rose. I didn't know that instead they're going to do Shalimar Lessons. I'll definitely try it out. I don't know if I'm going to buy it. If I like it, I will. I mean, oh, it's for the anniversary. No Millésime this year. Oh my God, Paolo, I will definitely try it out as soon as I get a chance. I love my Shalimar. So if I get a chance as soon as I can, I will definitely try Lessons and I might buy it because you know me, I'm a sucker for Shalimar, baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, count me in for Shalimar. Always count me in for Shalimar, you know. Very biased towards Shalimar because I just love it so much, you know. Like it's hard to find a version of Shalimar that you don't love if you love Shalimar. Oh, John Paul Jones got to go off to college. XXO, bye, y'all. Oh, bye, John. Have a great day. Have a great day at Collage. At the Collage. At the Collage. Rosha Kishki. Love Shalimar. Me too. Really love it. Yeah. Oh, on that would be awesome. Michelle, you. Oh, wait. Michelle, you to go to the new Blade Runner TV show or to Alien Earth? Yeah, Crazy Cat Lady Joe, I see fake Labubus everywhere. Like, even like at the mall, you know, those little stands that sell a lot of little trinkets in front of shops, they all have Lafufus. Um, there should be a platform to bind all the platforms like the one. I agree, Polly. Yeah. Yeah. Shabbat says, I need to smell Shalimar. You have me sold. The Milazim Iris is still the best. I love it. I also love the Jasmine Milazim. Also amazing. I love all Shalimars, you guys. Oh, Michelle Yeoh is in the Blade Runner series? Yeah. Well, she really disappointed me after she went full-blown Balenciaga ambassador under Demna. Sorry, girl. No. I don't support her. No. She sold out to the devil, you know? I'm like, you're supporting Balenciaga under Demna, Michelle? Shame on you. So I don't support her. So that's all. That's all I have to say. Let's see oh honey, you know, if she apologized, you know, we can forgive or we'll never forget. Oh my God, Crazy Cat Lady Joe. I also bought 2 bottles. Millésime Iris, Millésime Iris Shalimar. I have 2 bottles. Love it to bits. Love it to bits. Okay, Labubus. And just like that, we're going to change the background. Okay. We'll go. Yeah, Cecilia Brown. Also Nicole Kidman. She also sold a soul. Yeah. Okay. So let's film this. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Let's talk Labubus. Pop Mart is releasing yet another batch of gremlins that, in their case, the gremlins are Labubus. Except we're usually used to seeing 6 Labubus per set. The latest one was Big Into Energy. Here's an example of a few of them that I got, right? And it was 6 of them, plus there's the secret one, which was gray with the rainbow teeth. Obviously, you know, nobody got them except for a few people. But now like Pop Mart, I don't know. They're releasing a new series. Let me blend in the picture. The first one, I hope they're all in the right order. Yes, they are. The Monsters Pin for Love series vinyl plush pendant blind box N to Z. There's also A to M. Girl, look at the price tag on this. $321.86 if you want the whole set. Launch time is August 28th, 2025. You can already add to cart, but you can't purchase it yet. And of course, you're going to get that vortex of blockage of the website when these actually do launch, and then all of the bots are going to buy them up, and, you know, the whole shtick is going to repeat itself. Except, here's the thing. There's 2 sets, because these schmucks have come up with the idea to put a little letter on every frickin' Labubu, so you have the entire frickin' alphabet from A to Z. So every Labubu has 1 letter, and they want you to collect all 26 letters of the alphabet. So there's 2 sets. One is blue, one is pink. And I'm like, and and just to make it even more schmuckish, they're now smaller than this Labubu. They're like this tall, but they cost the same as the big Labubus used to cost. Like $23, $22 a Labubu. But the Labubus don't have inserted eyeballs anymore because this is an inserted eye. No, they just have printed eyeballs now. So they're making them cheaper, quality-wise, size-wise smaller, less materials used, but they're upping the price. Let me show you the next picture. So the probability of drawing the secret figure, which is this little guy here, this little lady here, is 1 out of 168. Gee, the probability. I mean, in these sets, it was like 1 of 72 or 1 of 76, also, whatever. But like 1 of 168, girl, bye. But also, when you have 26 colors, like, who cares? To me, this is ridiculous. Look, here's the size. Here's the size. Excluding the hanging loop, which is this thing. If you're into centimeter, 6 times 5 times 10 centimeters. That's 2.36 times 179 times 4.13 inches. Polyester, PVC, zinc, alloy, stuffing is polyester. But it gets weirder and weirder. I feel like, let me show you the next picture. That's the size compared to an iPhone 13. Do they have to pay anything to Apple to do this? No, it's because it's free promotion for Apple to use iPhone on the Pop Mart website. By the way, all of these photos are from the Pop Mart website. Product excluding loops. So, yeah, they're tiny. You see printed eyeballs. I really don't care for these, you guys. Okay, next picture. So, single box, they say 1 figure per blind box. No one knows what's inside the box before it is opened, including us. Each regular figure has the odds of 1 to 14. Secret figure with odds of 1 to 1. Okay. Whole sets, 1 figure per blind box, you see? So it's not pink, it's yellow. Yellow and blue. So yellow box has the letters A to M. Blue box has the letters N to Z. 1 figure per blind box. The whole set contains 14 blind boxes with no repetitions. In case your set contains a repeated figurine, we will take the extra one back and send you the missing figure. Really? How are you going to send us the missing figure if you told us here, no one knows what's inside the box before it is opened, including us. So you're going to send me an open figure? Or what? Now, I know you know what's in the box. Because if you do the Pop Now ones, the Shake ones, they have a sticker on them with a special barcode and the actual figurine that's inside. So we'll go. So now we got to buy 26 of these, okay? Smaller, same price as these used to. Girl, I mean, the scammeria. Okay, moving on. Next picture. This is how they look like. Everything is very AI, CGI generated. Obviously, they make them look cuter than they actually are. These can sit and do all that stuff that the one you purchased probably cannot do. At least I don't think it can. Maybe it has wires in its hands like these little guys do, because they do have wires in their hands so they can stay like this, or they can open them. But the feet cannot be made to sit. There's no wire in the legs, right? So these are even smaller, so I presume they're going to have even less mobility. And I repeat, these eyeballs are printed. They're not even inserted. So like they are way less value, but they make them cost the same as these guys used to cost. Okay, next picture. Oh, each Labubu comes. Okay, wait, this is what I want to say. No, let's go back to the other one. This one says, each Labubu comes with its own letter meaning, with its own letter meaning, featuring a metal letter charm above the head and matching letter embroidery on the back. So you see here, this one has a T. This one has, well, I don't know, a U. So ugly. Anyway, so moving on to the next picture. This is the kicker. This is the kicker. You're spending $22 plus tax on each one of these creatures with printed eyeballs, and then they want you to break them. Okay, let's read. Each Labubu includes a woven strap. By using a seam ripper to cut the fixed stitches, you can string together multiple metal letter charms for personalized expression, then sew them back in place. It can also be paired with blind box letter charms from the same series. Girl, you want me to spend $300 and something plus shipping and tax. Well, shipping might be free at that point because you're spending over a certain amount. And then you want me to cut them open, collect the metal thins, and spell out, girl, you are way out of line. Way out of line. Girl, let me go back to show you again, more back. This is what they're talking about. They want you to cut this off. I think each one of these has a letter on them. So they want you to cut this off, pull this little metal thing off, and then attach it to like create a bracelet. And each one of these has its own letter, so you can spell out your own name with them. Listen, Pop Mart, if I get a chance to actually score a whole set of these little mofos, I sure as hell am not going to cut them. Okay? Why don't you instead make these little stupid metal things and sell a frickin' bracelet? Why don't you sell a little tiny box with 26, maybe make some double, because some people have 2 of the same letter in their name, you know? Why don't you just sell the little metal things with the letters as a little set? Just the letters, just the metal letters. Like, why do we have to go through hell to get this set and then cut them? Like, just no, I'm out. I'm done. Also, I have a gazillion Labubus around me. This is insanity. I'm not going to buy. Are you going to buy it? Let me know. Are you going to buy these or not? Let me know. I mean, I'm out, you guys. I have out Labubu'd myself. I feel sick of it, you know, and I love them. They're cute. Don't get me wrong. And I'm not throwing shade at you if you want to buy them. I'm just saying for me, I've come to the point where I'm oversaturated. I'm done. I love the ones I have. I have a lot of fun with them. They're super cute. But at this point, they're just repeating the same shtick, different colors. And they're minimizing. They're shrinking them to maximize profits. We done. We good. We good. So people were asking me, what do you think? What do you think? Yeah, I think, yeah, they're cute. But I think this is very, very cash grabby to me. Very cash grabby. You know what this smells like? This is giving, let's think about a way to make people buy even more of them. So instead of doing the set of 6, let's do a set of 26. How do we make him buy 26? Let me show you the next set of, we have a separate folder. Let me show you all the colorways that they have. So this is the characters from A, B, C, D, all the way to M. I don't know why this has a question mark, and this is the secret one. It's like, this is just the first set. $320 plus tax, okay? And then let me show you the next one. This is the set from N to Z with the secret one. It's just, you see what I mean? What are you going to do with 26 Munchkin Labubus? And chances are, if you're going to get these, you already have all these other ones. So chances are you're like me and you already have at least 40 Labubus at home. What are you going to do with this? No. We done. If you're just starting to collect Labubus now, this might be cute for you. But for a person who has been there, I've been collecting them since a year now. I'm like, we're done. I love the ones I have. I'm not going to buy. This is crazy. Now, if I do manage to come by a Pop Mart and they have them in stock and just to buy one for the sake of having one, maybe. Not 26. And I want the pink one. Thank you. What is this? Mustard Labubu? No. Pink. This one also. Okay, we'll go. These two. These are the colors. Let me see the other picture. So that one, like it. That one, like it. That one, lock. Maybe that one's cute too. Yeah. Yeah, I can spell Dacob, right? So Dacob would be blue. That's the D. The A is off-white cream, cereal cream. C is gray. O is in the other set, so I have to spend $700 to get 2 sets. Okay. Oof, this is ugly. I don't like this blue. And then let's go back to the other one. B is this one again. So basically, all 4 of these spell out my name, plus that ugly blue and the other. Boy, that's ugly. Not one single pink one. Pop Mart? No. No. We're not spelling my name out with those colors. Not on my watch. So, anyway, look, there comes a time. It's okay, people. It's okay to let go. It's okay. It's okay to let go. There comes a time when we move on, you know? And that's okay. I think only the wise that have lived, have the strength to let go and move on. Love you loads. Let me know your thoughts down below. Are you going to get 26 of these little creatures or not? Let me know. Thumb up the video. Subscribe. Never give up on love. Bye. Yeah, period. So don't forget, for my Tier 2 members, Tier 2 patrons, today we have an after show for you. The after show is coming after the main show. I'm trying to find the after show. There it is. Become a Tier 2 member or upgrade to Tier 2. Tier 2 patron or upgrade from Tier 1 to Tier 2 to join the after show, because today we're having ourselves a jolly old time in the after show where we're going to talk about some breaking news about Chanel. And also, well, some things that will remain topics exclusive to the after show. IYKYK. And to all the haters out there, money well spent. Now, thank you, mods, for keeping us safe today. Hit it, Bubbles.
A special thanks to the mods in the fashion bunker. That's Mahora, Audrey, Age, Gloria, Kev, Nicole, and Terry. Bubbles loves you.
Hi, Kev. Oh, man, Kev, I'm so glad you're with us. I was getting worried. I know it's a weird time, but for you. By the way, Kev, are you in my neighborhood? Let a hoe know. Thank you guys so much. Hi, Jeanette Freeland. I saw you earlier, sweetie. I was just recording a video, so I could not say hi in that moment, but I'm saying now, hi, Jeanette. How's it going? Oh, man, Kev, you told me you was going to be in my neighborhood. Plans changed? You can let me know later. Cecilia says, thank you, Dacob, for a fun live today. Thank you, Cecilia. Thank you, Natadida, Teresa McGuire, Crazy Cat Lady Joe, Rosanna Navarro, 5'0", Kaz, my lady. Dave B says, Siobhan, me too. Used to love collecting stuff, but I'm trying to be less cluttered. Perfume was the last addiction, period. We gotta buy less, choose well, make it last, as Vivian Westwood would say. And as Wendy Williams would say, grab a snack and come on back, because in a little while we're going to have ourselves an after show for Tier 2 members and Tier 2 patrons. But for now, I say this. Oh, hi, Anya. How's it going, sweetie? I want to. Hi, Mimi. Sorry I didn't say hi earlier. I was in the middle of recording. What a wonderful show we had. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And Mas, love the love and the support. Okay, so we'll go. Hit it, Bubbles.
Would go, would go, would go, would go, would go. Would go, would go, would go, would go, would go. Would go, would go, would go, would go, would go, would go. Would go, 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 would go.
Thank you, Paolo, for becoming a Tier 2 member. We'll go. Yeah. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're living for the after show. Living Ferret next.
I'm living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret.
Hi, Sigita Johansson. Hi. And also hello to Confucia, if you're hiding and watching us. Hi, Confucia. Confucia always sends the hearts at the end. I know. I always wait for your hearts. I know you're there. Wait, what? No. Polly S says, you guys, I have just seen Donatella's new surgery face and it's disturbing. Like, she did another one? You're not talking about the one she did like half a year ago. Are you talking about like, she did another one? Because she was looking great. What did she do? Oh, Mimi, how to become a member. Click on the join button. It's usually either at the top or at the bottom of the video, depending on if you're using a smartphone, a tablet, a computer, a monitor, you know what I mean? Wait, so, hi, Shifa Bukhari. Oh, yeah, she looks 40 years younger. But that's what she did half a year ago. She definitely looks 40 years younger. I mean, she looks amazing, but like you don't really recognize that it's her. I mean, you kind of do, but you don't. Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about yet? Oh my God. Yeah, she. Oh, it just- yeah, she. Yeah, wow. But you know, was she 70 years old? She looks amazing, but she doesn't really look like herself. I can't show you the picture because it's Getty, you know. Uh, so yeah, but You can Google it. It's like her on a yacht or on a boat. That's the picture that I see. Or where is she? Is it Venice? Donatella Versace? Oh, it's from her own Instagram? I don't know if we're allowed. Yeah, but it depends who the photographer is. That doesn't, just because she put it on Instagram doesn't mean that she has the rights to the photo. So yeah, wow. And she's like in a boat or something with a very light dress, light colored, like a beige, peachy, beige, yellowy dress. Blonde hair. Her face, it's like it's not her. It's 40 years younger, but it's like a little bit like her, but it's not her. She looks 90, says Brown Bunny. Wow. No, yeah, I think she maybe had a little bit of touch up from when we've seen her half a year ago do the first big glow up. Like this was kind of a... Mimi, thank you. Thank you for becoming a tier 2 member. Natadita says it could be AI. I mean, could be, I don't know. No, it looks like, I mean, we've seen her walk the red carpet. That's not AI. And she already was going in that direction. So now this photo just looks even more snatched. Look, it could be retouched a little bit, but yeah, it's her. It's her. Mimi says, so happy I became a tier 2 member. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you. Kris Jenner's doctor is doing all the top faces, says Sarah, making people look creepy young. It's getting dystopian, but he's amazing at revisions. Sarah, he is amazing. What I've seen him do, or them, or her, whoever, like, what I've seen them do thus far, wow. Polly says, when you look like your Dada's granddada, not good. Beulah says, I mean, it wasn't her before either, LOL. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, kind of. It does take time for recovery depending on what sort of surgery you had and how invasive it is. Dying ferret next. Where's the dying ferret? Oh, here's one. Okay, dying ferret.
Dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret.
Hello, Bubbles. Hello. Donatella.
Hello.
Donatella, you look amazing, darling. I think you're whoever did this. I want to say you are. She's a legend. She's an icon. She is the moment. Now, come on now. Okay. Here you go. I'm gonna put you there. You know, good old Bubblatella. There you go, Natadita. Period. So anyway, what was that? Well, after Donatella, we're going back to the dinosaurs. Listen, Linda, I got you hanging around here. Linda, the T-Rex. Hit it, Bubbles.
Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda.
Linda did it too. And then, so what are we obsessed with this week? I want to say I am really obsessed with the news I got from Chanel. So I want to say that's my obsession this week. Hit it, Bubbles.
I am obsessed. I am obsessed. I am obsessed. Oh.
Ooh. Oh, Dave B, you're seeing Donatella's picture of her in a bikini on the boat? The lips look like she's challenging Prime Mike Tyson. Which pair of lips? Because if she's in a bikini, I don't want to know. Okay, TMI. What's next? We still have, we did We'll Go. We did Live It Ferret. We did Dying Ferret. We did The Best. We did Listen Linda. I guess only Baby Yoda's left. Cha-cha-cha-cha. That's it. Caroline Steele says, have to watch the catch-up for the Chanel. Chanel is in the after show. Donatella searching as Harry Potter. Wow. Oh, Nectarine. I just saw the picture and her hand looks kind of swollen. I guess they didn't operate the hand. All right, where's baby? Ah, there you are. Let's give ourselves a little cha-cha-cha-cha moment. Dung, dung, dung. He's visible. Baby Yoda, are you gonna sing cha-cha-cha-cha when we talk about, what's a face, Donatella? Yeah, you like it? Okay. Cha-cha-cha-cha. Hit it, baby.
Ciao, 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 ciao. Ciao, 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 ciao. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Ciao.
Okay, there you go. Well done, baby. Always delivers. Always delivers. And that's our show. I hope you had fun today. For those of you who are Tier 2 members and Tier 2 patrons, I will freshen up and I'll see you in the after show. For everybody else, I'm wishing you a wonderful beginning of your week. Have a great week, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one. Never give up on love. Bye.